I've wasted half my life, Marge. You know how many memories I have? 3. Standing in line for a movie, having a key made, and sitting here talking to you. 38 years, and that's all I have to show for it.
You're 39.
Oh!
We ready to roll?
I was goddamn born ready.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Yeah, no shit.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
But they should be here, I think.
I told you, shouldn't have fucked the fucking squid.
Kelly Harris.
Tell him Kelly eats Band-Aids. If there's any gang you want to be with, it's MDK. It's all about fucking hugs.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
You know what I was thinking, though, is you're a cracker-ass bitch.
This is some unprecedented shit. Like, no one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire. Your dick's so hot.
Like, this could never air today.
It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
Jose's like, are we live?
Let's goddamn do it.
I'm waiting on you guys. Man, starting half an hour late. This is some real first 100 episodes energy going on right now.
I take the bit from the intro where she says they should have the hang of it by now, real personally on weeks that this shit doesn't work right.
It is June 30th, 2020, and this is episode number 518 of the Panels on Pages podcast. You would think would have the hang of it by now. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we've got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Spit directly into my asshole.
Kelly Harris is here. And
I'm
he's
the Jose.
muted. There it is.
I actually wasn't even muted for that one.
Ooh, that's some theater of the mind shit.
Yeah.
And Mahoney's here.
Watch out, everybody. People are out here money laundering.
Yeah.
What did
Jose
you-
is not here because we're all old, and Jose might still be stuck on his floor.
Yeah,
Jose is on his floor pissing in a bottle.
we actually have a live view of Jose listening to the podcast right now. The old man
look at him.
threw out his back, but it's all right. He's got a straw, he's got his back brace on, and he's got 2 sets of nunchucks.
and 2 separate notebooks.
Bless his heart.
Got a lot of ideas. Why has he got the thing that you blow into to make sure you can, like, your lungs work?
It's the age of COVID, man. He's just making sure his lungs work. Yeah, his dad goes to the VA, so he gets all kind of fucking medical equipment that fell off the back of the truck.
Medical surplus.
Yeah.
And speaking of the COVID, went to the store tonight, saw a lot, not nowhere near enough, mind you, but a lot more masks than I've seen in recent weeks, which was, it's kind of nice. People, it's. I think it's got this. Got an air of too little, too late, but it's kind of nice. I said before the show, there's nothing quite like seeing the family of 4 with one mask between them. That's interesting. That's always a fun visual. It's like, okay, not sure what that's about. Fucking dummies. I'm cool. So like, no, I don't need a bunch of sympathy message and shit like that, but it does warrant mentioning. Sunday, my grandfather died of the COVID. He got the Rona because the man was too stubborn to wear a mask or to not gather in large numbers or have potlucks with basically strangers. Like, he just made a series of bad choices that ultimately led to his, I don't want to say untimely death because he was like 80 something, but fucking, died for no reason earlier than he should have. This shit's for real, y'all. Like, wear your fucking mask out. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Mary's grandmother actually passed away today. She had double pneumonia, which means she had pneumonia in each lung. But that's probably just them not trying to... They're trying to fudge the COVID numbers, right? Like
Probably.
She had COVID.
It sure sounds like it.
You know those normal cases of catching double pneumonia in June.
Yeah.
In Florida.
Well, Ohio.
It's in Ohio, right? Yeah. But even then,
you can catch double anything in Ohio.
Yeah. Sure. In fact, if you only get single something, they call you a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, R.I.P. to both your grandfather and Mary's grandmother. But in other good news, 2 less votes for Trump.
And there you go.
There you go.
I don't know. Or Puerto Rican dude probably wouldn't have voted for Trump. I don't know. Hard to say. But man, my dad's having to deal with a whole lot of paperwork and shit, trying to figure out just kind of way it's all working out and what it's all supposed to happen with. And he found 3 documents, at least 3 documents last time I talked to him, that have the old man's signature on them, an insurance agent's signature on them, a payment schedule, so an agreement to pay X amount of dollars a month, and that's it. Like, the rest of it's blank. Like, there's no indication on this document, like, what it's for, when these services are to be rendered, what these services are. Like, it's just a real shady, we're going to take this money out every month. You cool with that? Great, thanks. It's like, oh, God. So it's going to be a real Rodriguez affair, because there's some real Rodriguez energy coming out of this whole fucking thing, I tell you. Like, just... Oof. Not gonna be easy for the old man, but he's on his own because I ain't going over there.
Yeah, Mary's dad is a little. He's got bad asthma, so it's like he shouldn't be around a lot of people.
Definitely
and
not.
We would be coming from Florida, so there's no sense in that whatsoever at this point. No. If you have a get together, send us a Zoom invite.
Yep. That's the best way to do it, I feel like. Amazing. All right, but other than that, happy thing. What else we got going on here? All right, so there's some weird stuff with the kids this week. So my daughter is almost 13. She had it out with a boy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's quite the artist, the kid. Very legit, very talented. This kid.
Absolutely.
And she takes a lot of pride in her artwork and all these things. It's a real point of pride for her. And so this kid she was talking to was sending her pictures, like, oh, hey, I drew this for you. And like, it's like a My Hero Academia character, something like that. And she's like, okay. And then the next day, like, I drew this for you. And like, it couldn't any more clearly be like a different person drew these things,
no.
Like, very clearly they're not the same person. And like, one of them even had like a signature on it. And so she's like, hey, what's up with the signature on it? And he's like, oh, yeah, that was, I worked on it with my friend, and I let him take all the credit. And so Zoe, not being an idiot, like, Googled, Midoriya and this person's signature name, and like her fucking Instagram came up with all this art that she did. And so she's like, all right, what's up with this? And he was like, whatever. He just fucking shrugged it off.
He's like, I'm a 12-year-old boy. I thought it was clear. I'm a dummy.
Yeah. And that's what I told her. I'm like, look, man, that's fucked up. That's stupid. But like, and it really hurt her feelings because like she takes her artwork very seriously. And I'm like, look, he was probably just trying to impress you.
Yeah.
He's a dumb 12-year-old. But like
this is what I do.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, he does have to apologize for this because he fucked up. Like, he does owe you an apology at the very least. Like, what you decide to do after that is up to you, but he definitely owes you an apology. He was 100% wrong in this scenario. She's like, okay. They kind of don't talk for a little while. It's just kind of thinking on it, stewing on a little bit, and they end up kind of getting into a little bit of a shouting match the other day, and she was kind of bummed out about it. And so later on the night, we're all around the table playing a rousing game of Sorry, which, holy shit, a game of Sorry can take way longer than you think it can. Holy fuck.
Oh, and Jax loves Sorry.
Jack loves Sorry. Loves Sorry. And so, Zoe was kind of down. She was still kind of a little upset about it still, And so we're like, hey, man, it's going to be all right. You're going to get through it. Just kind of, I know this sucks, but it's going to be okay. And without missing a beat, with no like exaggeration in his voice, no hyperbole, just very matter of factly. My son, who just turned 6, from across the table, just goes, I could kick him in the balls. We all fucking fell out dying. Goes, no, I could have him come over and I'll kick him in the balls. Like, no, man, you can't go around kicking guys in the balls. That's not cool.
The apple does not fall far from the tree.
I mean, I feel like Jax should kick him in the balls and then tell him somebody else did it.
Yeah. I like that Jax is already a 40-year-old guy from Chicago.
Yeah.
I could just kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
Hey, go
Kid
get
don't
a
fuck
sausage.
around, man. Kid does not fuck around.
Well, tell her to tell him that I will fuck his dad.
Yeah, I don't think she'll do that any more than I said, you can tell him he can suck your asshole. And she's like, Dad, I'm like,
No, the kids are all about eating ass. He might want to.
He might be like, oh my God, really?
Wrong message.
Okay.
And then where are you at?
Yeah, that's no good. Stop by a friend's house real quick over the weekend for they're having the graduation party for their it's his niece, but they kind of more or less adopted her. They've been taking care of her, and so she graduated high school. They had the thing. We stopped by for a minute, and so it saw these. They had like a water slide and shit like that. So seeing these 18-year-old cute girls running around in their bathing suits, I thought, oh no, so I'm gonna have a cute 18-year-old soon, and she's gonna want to wear a bathing suit, and I just got real sad. I'm like, oh,
is that why you ripped down the pool?
Yeah, yeah, just like, no, we can't have that.
He just goes outside and kicks through the wall. It's like, not on my watch.
Not today, Satan.
This is another reason why he hates the ocean.
No, my reasons for hating the ocean are well fucking documented. Dangerous.
Horses in there.
Fucking water polo is no joke, Mahoney.
I don't think they ride the horses during water polo.
I don't know. They might. We don't know for sure they don't. If they don't, why do they call it that? They can call it any other thing.
I will say, never gave it a thought, but I am not confident about it. There might be worse in that pool.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Who amongst us has played water polo? I don't think
Not
it's
I.
one.
No.
Yeah,
Just like Atreus' horse in the never-ending story.
that's right. R.I.P. Artax.
Artax!
Man. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Watched Knives Out with the missus and the girl. Fucking love that movie.
Love it, yeah. That's on Prime right now, right?
Yeah, it's on Prime, yeah.
Oh shit, that's on Prime? Nice.
And watching it for the second time, because I watched it in the theater when it came out, it's so just expertly plotted. Like, kind of knowing the twists and the swerves along the way. Like, it's all there, man. It's very well done. It's excellent. Very, very good. And then picked up a couple of games, some Japan shit games.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Got a little bit into them.
日本のたわごとが好き。
Likes Japan shit.
Fucking with that Xenoblade a little bit on the Switch. It's a good time. Enjoying that. Started Persona 5 on the PlayStation, and that is some real Japan shit.
Yeah, it is.
That is Japan shit to the max. And that's a game everyone played like 5 years ago.
That's the game
But I'm
with
just not getting to it.
That's the game with the Joker, right?
Yeah. Very cool look, man. It's just stylized as shit.
Love the soundtrack.
Very cool soundtrack. Yeah, everything about it looks rad as hell. Only played it for a couple hours, but I'm liking the mechanics and just kind of the way that it works. And like every day is real. Like, a lot of games, time just kind of passes and nothing really matters of it. But this game is broken down into like you play every day for a span of months. And then like every day has a big beginning, middle, and an end. And so part of it eventually will become about managing your time throughout your day.
And you got that fucking cat telling you to go to bed.
See, now I haven't got the cat telling me to go to bed yet. I'm still pretty early on it. I haven't finished the first palace yet. But I'm kind of digging it, and so I just kind of think to myself, I'm like, wonder how long this thing takes. And so I just pull up my phone and I pull up my Google machine, and I'm like, how long does it take to beat Persona 5? And, in big, bold black letters, the first thing that comes up, it just says 100 hours. I'm like, oh, fuck.
It's just like, you
boy.
can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't end.
Persona games are a time commitment.
Apparently so. And now the other day I was like, oh man, I really want to play Last of Us 2, but I can't play Last of Us 2. And I got all these fucking games, chilling on the hard drive, just waiting. I'm like, all right, I guess we'll fire up Persona. Like, without knowing this, I'm like, well, now I'm never going to play Last of Us 2. By the time I'm ready for that thing, it'll be $20. Maybe that's the way to go. Because I've got that, and I've also got Witcher 3 hanging out, just waiting to be played. Just like, yeah, we'll get to some of these other games at some point, sometime, but no time soon. And then, oh boy, that is an offensive photograph now. I'm having a hard time concentrating on this story because this is right there in the back. Like, fuck. And the other one, Kelly turned me on to the other night. It's Death Come True, which you can play on the Switch. And that's some wild shit. It's very interesting. It's FMV video game, which I haven't played one in a long time. It's actually it's like a movie.
Yeah, it's just a movie that you make choices in.
Yeah. Not super long. Well, you can definitely do it like in a couple of days, if not one day, if you just have a few hours.
I cleared it out, and that's how I spent my Saturday night. I went through it once and then went back and completed it to get the rest of the various deaths.
Yeah, because there's a lot of deaths. This guy died, I think, like 20 some odd ways this poor fucker can die.
Yeah, you die a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's written by the dude that does the Danganronpa games. So if you've ever played and enjoyed one of those, I'd recommend picking up Death Come True.
It's like $16.
Danganronpa sounds like a exclamation.
Or a delicious dish of some kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have 2 Danganronpas, please.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's good. And like I couldn't have a flashback to like all those FMV games that from the CD-ROM era when they first started doing it. Like Night Trap is on the Switch too. So if you want to see what those games were like, fire up Night Trap. It looks like ass.
Oh yeah.
Like all those games back in the day, they all looked like pornos, and the actors were shit. Except for like Wing Commander somehow managed to get like Mark Hamill, but otherwise like everything was shit. Like nothing, they all looked like garbage.
Well, Mark Hamill during his Wing Commander phase wasn't, Mark Hamill who he is today.
No, but he's like an actor who's seen in something before,
yeah,
which I don't think any of those games had.
At that point, he was kind of washed up, even though he was the voice of Joker.
He was also Luke fucking Skywalker.
Yeah, but he was washed up after being Luke Skywalker at that point.
Yeah, but Night Trap doesn't have Luke Skywalker in it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
like none of that shit existed. I remember I once played a game on the Sega Saturn because I was one of the 4 people that had one of those.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it was some like car fighting game. Like you race around like alien planets, like you customize your car with weapons and shit like that. Wish I could remember the name of it. But they had shot like this whole like FMV like all the cutscenes and stuff like in video, all the connective tissue between the levels. But at some point in development, they decided it sucked and that it was so cheesy and so lame that there's no way to actually view this content, right? Because instead they put they silhouetted 2 dudes like MST3 King their own fucking game. Like there's no way to watch what the game is without having these guys talking shit about how awful the thing they're watching is between levels. So like you have no context for like, are there bad guys in this game?
That's amazing.
What's the thing here? I would love to find the name of it. I'm trying to figure it out for a couple of days. I cannot remember to save my life. But just, boy, what a long way we've come. And I gotta say, I don't know that I think I still definitely prefer a game like Until Dawn or something because there's a lot more variation on the theme. Like you can do a whole lot more with these kind of things. Otherwise, I don't know how you'd even do that without shooting for 6 weeks, for a fucking real thing. But this game called Erica is coming to PS Plus for free in July, and I think it's something kind of like that. So I'll check that out and see what's up with it. I know there's some other game that came out recently that has the girl who's Katie in Letterkenny.
Oh.
So, yeah, she's like the lead in that game. And again, it's like and even the guy that's in Death Come True.
Yeah. Lee and I knew him from 2 different Japan shit shows.
Yeah. So again, the point is, they're people that you've seen in stuff. You know what I mean? Like they're not just nobodies.
Yeah, and it's a great it's shot really well.
Yeah, they look good. Like, just way, way, way far removed from like shit back from the day.
Yeah, like it just straight looks like a movie, but you make choices.
Yeah. Like I remember playing. I was a big fan of the Gabriel Knight games back in the day, and the first one was one of those point-and-click adventure games, and the second one was point-and-click but had FMV cutscenes. And I remember thinking, many years back, whatever, like, what happened? What would happen to the guy that played Gabriel Knight? Because Tim Curry voiced him in the first and third game, because they went back and it was all the cutting-edge 3D graphics for the third game, but the second game was this FMV shit. And like, oh yeah, that guy's a realtor now. Like that guy's one credit is playing Gabriel Knight on a CD-ROM game. Then he like fucking became a realtor. So that's the talent they were working with back in the day. Yeah, that's all I got. What's going on, Nice?
Well, this week was cause for celebration because it was the 1-year anniversary of me getting blocked on Twitter by Luchasaurus.
All right,
You know what you did.
All right.
Yes.
Never forget. And then, speaking of Twitter, Pizza Hut was trending last week, and I got real nostalgic. So we ordered some Pizza Hut pan pizzas, and they were fantastic. I opened up the fridge at one point, and the old school Pizza Hut logo was staring back at me from a plain cardboard box. It was something else.
So what did they like do a retro thing over the weekend or what?
People were just reminiscing about, remember how going and dining in at Pizza Hut was just the shit, and Book It and the pan pizzas and the salad bar and the red plastic cups. So
I have literally never had a positive dine-in experience at a Pizza Hut.
Really?
No, every time from a child to an adult I've ever gone to a Pizza Hut to eat in, it has been one of the worst experiences I've ever had in a restaurant. Like they just bring like the dumbest, shittiest, laziest wait staff. They're all terrible.
Well, back in the day, Lee, before
More than once, I had a Pizza Hut employee drop a tray of drinks on our table.
Well, but back in the day, going and dining in at Pizza Hut was just the peak of class. You got
the buffet.
Yeah. And then you got the Miss Pac-Man Galaga little table set up, the arcade game.
I always had the Simpsons arcade game.
And how did you not enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
You think my mom's gonna give me a never-ending supply of quarters? Fuck out of here.
Oh wait, no, that's X-Men.
No, that's also Homer in that game.
But it's also you getting the COVID test.
Yeah, it had probably been a few years since we actually ordered Pizza Hut, and it was surprisingly good. Like, it really hit those nostalgia spots. It tasted good, and now we don't have to order it again for 3 years. Very special shout out to the Pop Discord toy channel for having my back on the whole NECA Casey Jones and Raphael 2-pack at Walmart.
I look for you tonight. No dice.
So the Walmart.com launch was a total shit show. But I'm not going to give up hope. With the help of our community, and there's the possibility of re-releases. Also, Shark on the Discord put me on to BrickSeek for looking up the UPC and the SKU info to see if they're in stock, because man, I do not want to be checking a fucking Walmart every day, especially because the NECA section is in the electronics section, which is at the very back of the store. So you're telling me I have to fight through an entire Walmart to go and check to see if something's not there?
Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck is that. Because they can't just let you buy it on the internet like a normal person.
Yeah. So, thank you everybody for keeping an eye out for me, and I will get my Casey Jones one of these days. He will be mine. He will be mine. They're already looking to fix the problems with the Walmart on sale, because there are a lot of turtles coming out in the next few months. So, get your shit together, NECA. And then lastly, Mary and I went shopping for new couches and a kitchen table this weekend.
Nice.
Very grown-up shit. Look at you.
I planned to hit 4 different places in the same area, but we ended up finding exactly what we wanted at the first stop. So, fucking, we don't need to go to 4 different stores. It was like when we were looking at the houses. Like, we knew we wanted this house. Why do we have to stop at 4 more?
I do love buying furniture, man.
It's not my favorite, but this was a positive experience. We were the youngest customers in there by 20 years.
Oh, I bet.
By far. But
Were you the only ones wearing a mask?
everyone in there was wearing masks.
Hey!
Maybe not correctly, but they had them on. They
But
might
those
have
dummies were trying.
They might not have been covering their nose, or they might have been wearing them as a Kerouac chin strap, but
Look, it's dumb, but you know what? At some point, we do have to give some points for trying.
sure. But the deal was you had to have a mask to enter the store, and if you didn't have a mask, they would provide one for you. I did hear a lot more coughing in that furniture store than I would have liked to have heard, though.
Oh no.
Yeah, like even our salesman a few times was like, I'm like, I just wanted to be like, you all right, man?
Like, how about you 6 feet, motherfucker?
Yeah, should we go someplace
feet.
else? Oh man. But unfortunately, because the couches are custom, like it's exactly how we want them, the exact type of cushions, the exact type of upholstery. They even let us pick out the fucking legs. But because it's special order, that shit's going to take 3 months to get delivered.
That's still pretty fucking dope, though, man.
Yeah, but our current couches are, I think that it's bonded fake leather or whatever the fuck, and they just started to dandruff about a year ago, just flaking little pieces of black vinyl everywhere.
We had one of those for a while. It was a hand-me-down from my mom, and at some point it was like, I'm going to be generous and say, 80% just black duct tape.
Yeah. I had Gorilla Tape in certain spots at some point. But at some point, we just decided to take some black sheets and just kind of cover the whole thing. So knowing that we still had 3 months before we were getting new couches, I took one last pass at our old couches with a staple gun and got that thing all cinched down and as livable as possible so that we can get our new couches. I'm excited because our current couches suck and our current kitchen table also sucks. And
we gotta do that.
The brand of the couches is the same brand that the Mahonies have, and I know that's quality stuff. And one of the main things I wanted to check on when we were shopping for furniture is, can it handle my big ass? And dude was like, oh man, not only do you have a lifetime warranty on these couches, but they'll never.
These couches will spit in your butthole.
These couches are never gonna break. I'm like, dude, I have broken a few couches in my lifetime, so challenge accepted.
A lifetime warranty on a couch. That's a bold move. I like it.
I might be wrong on the lifetime part, but he pretty much made it seem like this shit is gonna be fine. Because they're a little bit more expensive, and you hope to get at least 10, 15 years out of a set of couches if they're of good quality and they cost a little bit. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they look great.
Oh, thank you.
What you don't know is it's the lifetime of a dog he selected at random.
Well, I mean,
you're like, hey man, there's a problem with my couch, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to see if the dog's still alive.
At this point, a lifetime warranty might just be 10 years for all of us.
True.
No shit. Like, oh, I didn't bring this to you, but checkers passed.
Yeah.
So you want to buy a new couch?
This guy over here still a pup.
Dogs.
Still a pup over here.
Oh yeah, and we made sure that the couches are easy to clean because we are looking for a pup too.
I gotta get off these Twitters. I'm looking. You, god damn it.
Oh no! Did we send you down a hole?
Yeah, there's a couple of Twitters that got linked to a little while ago. They're both. Fuck.
Maybe we shouldn't have talked about this right before the show.
Yeah, put the phone down, Leah. Leah, you want to see something upsetting?
No.
All right.
I've seen enough.
Nice. Can we transition to my week?
Okay. Give me one moment here.
Well,
Is
hang
this gonna
on.
be some wrestler drinking his
No,
own
it's
blood?
not. It's not. So I'll go. I'll do the setup to this week. So let me tell you something. There's no Marvel or DC comics out this week.
Is that right? Shit, I guess you are right. I made my list and didn't realize.
So that makes my work week much lighter than normal.
Yeah, no shit.
So I spent a lot of today just fucking sitting around doing nothing. And then I remembered, hey, I know a website that exists, and I wanted to show my coworker because I was like, hey, let's make some cursed images. So I brought up the Waifu generator, which you can find at waifulabs.com.
Oh, what?
Now, the Waifu generator, you just go through a collection of pictures, and you choose different ones. And the best part is when the pictures get real fucked up, and they look just like something wrong is with them.
Cursed.
Yeah, just they're real cursed waifus. So we got the video. If you're watching on the video, you can see this, but we got it up on the first screen. Mahoney,
Yes.
why don't you pick a first lady who appeals to you?
Let's see here. How about let's just go with the first one.
All right.
Looks kind of like a schoolgirl meets power girl with pink hair.
Yeah.
Looks just like your wife, Mahoney. Good choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So now they take us through some color palettes. I tend to go. Let's go with the third in the top row.
All right. So little tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah.
Looks just like your wife, Mahoney. Good choice.
What are we picking now? Like, what kind of demon eyes do you want her to have?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just here's when it starts to get weird, and you kind of see more.
Fine tune the details.
Yeah. You see more things coming off of them. When I'm making my waifu, I try to find almost the most objects that are possible for it to get fucked up by the AI.
Is this going to come to life?
So let's
I like the bottom second one. I like that one. The bottom second one. I like that's a pretty good
that
one.
one's good.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh no!
Look at it. Yeah, her face is real messed up already.
Oh man,
kind of glaring at us.
I don't even know what we're picking in this one.
Let's go. I think
we're finishing it off with a favorite pose. It says.
A favorite pose.
I'm thinking third row, second one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, we can get a pillow.
Yeah, you can get a pillow for $90.
$90.
Yeah. So this one you can see she's almost got like a Rob Liefeld gimmick going with a lot of weird kind of
pockets,
that like a patch and some pockets.
Something.
Bunch of weird things in her head.
Just
They know I could just draw a face on a pillow and hump that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
See,
I didn't need to pay $90 for this.
I didn't realize it was a AI. I thought it was just like, different elements, but no, yeah, there's some definitely shit is fucked.
Yeah, go. Let's do another one
Let's
because this
restart.
one isn't as cursed as I'd like.
All right.
So you go down to restart at the beginning.
Generating your waifus.
All right. Let's see. What's got the most unnecessary parts? Sometimes you get ones that are fucked from the beginning.
Well,
like if you look
row
at,
2, number 3's got a lot of stuff going on.
I feel like all that extra hair is going to cause some problems.
Ooh,
I also find that
row 1, 3 looking.
Yeah, 1, 3 is fucking bonkers. What's happening here?
Oh no, she's got no nose anymore. Okay, yeah, shit's gone bad. Row 2, 4, I'd say, or 1, 1.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, the nose is completely gone now.
And she bears no resemblance whatsoever to the first one.
Not at all. Yikes.
These are.
I think that one right there that you're hovering
2,
on.
2. Yeah,
2, 2. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Like a creepy ass bunny.
Got weird things on her right shoulder that are trying to emerge.
Yeah, and just some
Yeah.
stains over here.
Yeah.
Well, the pillow's gonna, they put the stains on the pillow so that nobody questions it.
Yeah. Just the void things trying to come out of her head.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
this is real weird.
This is a prime
So-
example of giving people too many options.
Her face has like a weird chunk out of it on the right side, on on the left side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
One more. All right, this chick.
Shit.
What did you? Are they stealing art?
It might be.
Because that looks like it's
Yeah.
right out of a manga.
Yeah, that one's got some text. The bottom row, there's one with just one horn for some reason.
Yeah.
She's already kind of lumpy too.
It's like a rhinoceros.
Yeah, look at her look at her arms. Like, well, the lack
No,
of one
I
arm.
think she's got one arm. I do believe she's only got one arm.
Okay,
look
yeah,
at that
she's
weird
looking real
cleavage
lumpy.
too. She got one tit.
Yeah.
She had a mastectomy.
Yeah.
All right.
Look
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the one. Yep. Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh my god.
Oh my god. No. 3-3. What the fuck am I looking at here?
She's got a tentacle.
All right.
We've done it.
I will
Just
put
a little tiny chicken wing arm.
I will put this on the PoP credit card. Expect shipping in 4 to 6 weeks.
Take it right out of
Holy
Kerouac's
shit.
account.
That is wow.
Name this girl and link her to your email address.
No, thank you.
Got a nice wacky arm going. Got a little thing coming out of her head. Just the color of blood for some reason.
Third attempt. That's good.
We did it, you guys.
Yeah, waifulabs.com. You ever want to just waste away an hour or so just making cursed monsters?
Just imagine you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see is this chicken-armed monster girl.
Honey, what do you want to name her?
I don't know. How about Susie?
Susie's
It's
good.
real Linda vibes. I don't know why.
I was thinking Wanda.
Wanda works.
She's got some Scarlet Witch vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot happening in that guy.
She
Holy
looks
shit.
like the type of thing you'd come home from work and the Scarlet Witch would be in the kitchen and be like, check out what I made. And you think it's going to be like cupcakes.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's this demon waifu chick.
Kill
And you're like,
me.
oh, God.
I wanted to put a sign on the store with like the most cursed waifu I made and just say, if you don't wear a mask, she'll follow you home and kill you.
All right, I can't
Holy
look at her anymore.
That's crazy. Thanks, Kelly. That was a really good palate cleanser from the other nightmares I just looked
Yeah, you're
at.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thought I could help. Yeah, other than that, it's been a very quiet week. I haven't really been doing much.
Just playing games and making waifus.
Oh, my gosh.
Love it. What's up with you, Mahoney?
Oh, I have been up to some things.
Have you now?
I have been up to some things. So, on the PoP Discord, you can join us over there at PanelsOnPages.com/Discord.
Sure.
Discord.panelsonpages.com.
All right, something like that.
Whatever.
I'll allow it. That's fucking closer than,
Discord.panelsonpages.com.
That's fucking closer than Jose ever got to the phone number in like 8 years.
Yep, that's true. So come join us there. We were talking about Cameos, which is that app where you can pay somebody to record you a message, right? And everybody was like, check out this guy. He charges $100, and this chick charges $275, and like this
Talked
is
about
wild.
on the podcast last week a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not everybody charges a lot of money to record a cameo. Some people only charge $5. So you guys remember last week we were watching TikToks and we watched one from Nigeria?
Sure do.
You mean from Dark Skin Warrior?
Yep.
Let's
The greatest TikToker of all time?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you don't remember that one, let's just watch.
Love
Oh no,
this
we
guy.
can't hear him.
Oh no, we can't hear him.
He's saying he's faster than these women.
No, he's not. He's saying he's
Second to no one.
That's true.
Could you guys not hear that?
We could not
No.
hear that. Could you hear us?
Yeah, I could hear you, but you couldn't hear that. That sucks.
No.
Well,
Oh no.
could you hear the intro?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's no.
Well, yeah.
Could you hear the Japan shit sound?
Yeah.
There's no reason you shouldn't have been able to hear that. Motherfucker. Well, that's going to make this bit. That's going to ruin this bit.
I know. We may as well just move along.
You're serious. Let me. Does it?
No, I got big
right.
blue balls.
It didn't. It doesn't pick up in the recording either.
Weird.
Motherfucker.
Drop a sounder for fun. Drop a sounder.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
Dude, this thing claims I have mail.
It doesn't make any sense.
Is it somehow muted?
All right, let me try this.
Do you see them, man? The bot's 5 foot 2 inches.
Old-timey
Tell me how they
radio
can walk
segment.
faster than.
That's a real good radio segment.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Weird. Well,
Well,
that fucking.
tune in next week to see what's going on with that.
Well, you know what that really puts a damper on is the fucking TikTok segment.
Oh.
Oh my
Try and
God.
play another TikTok just to make sure.
Here,
Yeah,
let's
just for funsies.
let's try-
Maybe it's just that video.
let's try our number 6 TikTok.
What the fucking fuck?
Didn't see you there.
Nope,
My name's
no
Rachel.
no audio.
And I'm here to
She's
normalize.
pooping a lot, though.
She is pooping a lot.
I don't get it, you guys. I don't understand. There's no reason you should be able to hear the sounders from iTunes, but not the fucking sounds coming from XSplit.
Yeah.
Nope. One would think that they'd be the same.
This
Yeah.
make, well, they can hear it in the chat, but that doesn't matter.
What?
You can hear it.
You guys were able to hear that TikTok, or you were able to hear hear Dark Skin Warrior, or you just heard the male intro.
They said they hear it all.
What?
Fuck out of here.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense because it's all.
Did the waifus curse us?
Maybe. Maybe we should have done that last.
That's fucking nuts. Can we pause for a minute?
I mean, I don't know how to pause like
Yeah, I don't know if it'll
the live show. Maybe
That's fine.
we should just move on and figure
That's
this out
fine.
for
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
We'll just move on.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm
We
very
will-
excited about what's happening next week, though.
We will come back next week, and you can learn more about what you can get people to do for $5 on the Cameo app.
Oh my god.
And Lee, I guess you're spared from the top 6 talks of the week.
Oh,
Save these for next week.
Well, only if we do 12.
Oh, we can do 12.
Nice!
I'm very interested to hear what this girl's gonna say about her poops.
I know. Did you notice the time? Some of them are like in the middle of the night. Like,
Yeah.
she's just fast asleep, and she's like, I think I got a shit.
I'm just gonna say she poops too much.
It's a lot. Night poops are incredibly rare for me.
Well, yeah, who wakes up to go poop?
Yeah, like the only time I make a night poop is if it's oh shit, I'm gonna poop the bed, and it's usually like a real bad one. Then.
What
You're
about
coming
this?
out of this assuming that she had a chill night poop.
What about this? Can you hear this?
No.
No.
No, but I like I'm seeing
Yeah, I
here.
like where it's going.
Well, that was going to be the intro to Dark Skin Warrior. It's our Black Excellence segment of the show.
Not today. I
Well,
guess.
oh well. We'll save that. So I finally got around and finished. I watched the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Holy shit.
Which was really good. I enjoyed it. So if any of you out there are like, oh, I've never seen that, it's on Netflix, and it's great. So you should watch it. And now I'm watching on Netflix Secrets of Great British Castles.
What happened to Stars?
I'm done with Stars.
You're not! You're not done with Stars!
I looked. I'm done with Stars.
You didn't watch the show, Lee, and I told you to.
I don't remember what it's called, and I
Blunt Talk.
cannot find it.
It's called Blunt Talk, and it's very
Blunt
good. You
Talk.
should watch it.
I can't. Every time I go to watch it, I cannot find it. Well, when I'm done with Secrets of Great British Castles, I will try to find Blunt
Yeah, you don't
Talk.
have to watch fucking, albino vampires, whatever the fuck that show was Kelly was talking about last week. You should watch Blunt Talk. It's very good. You would like it.
All right.
It stars Sir Patrick Stewart, Mahoney.
All right.
He sucks on a titty.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he look like he's just like, oh, I don't care for this?
No, he looks like he's enjoying himself.
What are you talking about? Patrick Stewart loves titties.
I don't know.
Ian
You think
McKellen
Ian
doesn't
McKellen.
like titties.
I know exactly who I'm thinking about.
You're thinking of Magneto.
No, I'm not. Well, other than that, I've just been watching talks, but you can't hear about them.
Oh
so
my
tough shit.
god.
Some horse shit. All right. So you know
What
what?
if we
Now,
watched the talks and Mahoney just provided the audio?
I'll do the sounds.
oh, no.
I could for a lot of them.
No. All that means that we have something to look forward to for next week. That's all that means.
That's right. That's
12
right.
talks.
Plus, we don't have
12
Jose.
talks and a cameo.
We don't have Jose here, so that cameo
That's true.
He would have missed out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
That's what's really going on. Just the universe intervening.
Meanwhile, Jose's pissing on the ground right now.
Can't believe he sent us a picture of a bottle of piss earlier today.
Yep.
He sure did.
Full!
Yeah.
We're not going to make it until the end of the week before he's like, Bet News Gang, I got my dick stuck in a water bottle.
I showed my mom the bottle of piss picture.
He's like, Kelly, you need new friends.
I don't like
Kelly's like, no, trust me, this is one of the less weird things I've seen.
No, my mom just went, that's a lot.
I don't like
He's
you
really
hanging,
hydrated.
I don't like you hanging out with that Guzman boy.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Text your dad the picture of the bottle.
Yeah, see what your dad says.
So Jose gonna get himself uninvited to Thanksgiving. Fucking around. All right. Do we have a classic this week?
We
And
do.
can we hear it?
I sure
Yeah,
hope you
can
can
we
hear
hear
it. Well, this is in honor of the great story that Lee told us after the show last week, which I will not repeat because for some reason he decided not to tell it on the show.
No, because my wife doesn't like it when I do shit like
Okay,
that.
that's what I thought. That's exactly what I
doesn't like
thought.
when bullshit like this.
So, since we're not telling this story, let's go back to August 1st, 2013, from Popcast number 21, and this Popcast classic is entitled Lee Rodriguez, Movie Theater Hero.
Holy shit! This was that long ago.
Wow, I didn't realize this was this early in the run.
Wow.
It was from when you went and saw The Wolverine.
A Wolverine.
No way.
Yep. All right. Enjoy this. Back in a bit.
And now, a curated selection from deep within the Popcast Network archives. We proudly present this Popcast classic.
Last bit we'll talk about. We're going to talk about Wolverine after the end of the news, talking about the movie.
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough to talk about Wolverine to actually talk about it in this segment. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll just throw it in the news.
Yeah.
And news this
But
week.
I have a Wolverine theater experience story. I went by myself. I went to a Thursday night showing at 10, So, I went by myself, but, I was kind of like, once in a while going to a movie by myself because it's liberating. Like, fuck it, I don't need a buddy. A movie can be a solo experience. It's okay,
But on a Thursday night? I'm down
Why
with
not?
going to
What's
see a
opening?
movie by myself in the middle of the day. But at night, I don't want to be alone at night in public.
Oh.
When you work during the day, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Do some
And
other
Nicole wasn't super jazzed to see it, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go see it. It's gonna be good stuff. Fuck you, Nice. I'm gonna link that chat.
I just read
in the
that
chat.
link.
I just linked an Onion article headlined "Fucking loser at movie all by himself." Oh god. So there's a good chunk of people there, because it's the preview night or whatever, the early showing or what have you. And then, okay, movie starts at 10. There was a lot of like trailers and shit beforehand, and then like this really super long Elysium sneak peek thing. And so the movie didn't start till like almost 10:25. Like there was a whole lot of shit there. So this fucking dude slips in at like 10:25, like right as the movie's about to start, meaning he's 25 minutes late, and sits down 2 seats away from me. And he just smells like beer drunk. Like hardcore, just smells like there's a fucking Budweiser coming out of his pores.
He's living the Wolverine lifestyle, man.
Mm-hmm. He said, get ready to see my dick.
It's a smell that I associate with people in my life that are no longer in my life anymore. And I'm like, oh, awesome. This is fucking amazing. Great. Love this. The minute it comes up and there's that opening shot over the lake, his fucking phone goes off. Like a long chirp tone. So it was so in tune with that moment that I thought it was part of the movie. And then it happens again, and this fucking guy is like looking at his phone getting text messages. And so he answers the message, and about 30 seconds later, his fucking phone goes off again. And there's like 3 or 4 groans behind me. You know, everybody's kind of shh on this shit. So I lean over and I go, all right, dude, I'm only going to say this once. That on silence. And he kind of looks at me. And he kind of puts his phone on silent, like, whatever. He goes back and does his thing. But then for the first fucking 10 minutes of the movie, he's constantly, like, out of the corner of my eye, I just see his fucking phone screen lighting up. This fucking dude reeking of beer, texting on his phone, fucking whatever, like doing anything but watching the movie, taking me out of my movie experience. And I'm not the only one. There's other guys, other people fucking, kind of giving this guy the stink eye because he's being a shit. And in a moment that could have gone a lot worse than it did, I was so fed up, and everyone else around, like, no one's doing anything. So this guy's in the fucking middle of a text message. I lean over, take his phone.
Oh!
And I said, you can have this back when the movie's over. And I sit back.
Fucking Mr. Lee Rodriguez, the summer school teacher.
He said, I am prom king, motherfuckers.
His fucking face, like, he goes through this roller coaster emotion. Like, first he's pissed, and then he's, like, embarrassed, and then he's like, I don't know what, because, like, there's people behind me that are like, yeah!
Oh, man, Lee.
In that fucking moment, he just quietly sits, turns around, and watches the movie. It was fucking awesome. But I could have got, there could have been confrontation.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, did not happen. Like, he was, I guess, drunk enough to know better, but not too drunk enough to not give a shit. So it went well for me.
See,
by that time, I was so fucking pissed by that time, though. I hate that shit. Like,
and it was at the beginning of the movie too. So you're right. You need to nip that shit in the bud.
It was never gonna stop.
No,
it was absolutely never gonna stop.
And you were gonna be sitting there hating the movie. You were gonna pay $12 to sit in the dark and hate your life.
No, that's accurate. It's just there are a few social contracts I feel that we have to abide by these days. And that's one, man. Like, let's not fucking do that, man. Let's just...
That seems almost like a social experiment. Like, the guy comes in right as the previews are ending and just sits down and just starts texting. Like, they're looking for someone to say something and give them a $25,000 grand prize. If more people would do what... Not necessarily what Lee did. Lee had some serious balls. But at least...
I was so pissed. So pissed.
Confront movie etiquette line steppers. There would be less movie etiquette problems. If more people knew that there was a possibility that they were going to get confronted, that they would more than likely not do those offensive things in a theater, I would say.
I forgot what chain it was, but when we were in Florida, we went to see Despicable Me 2. And, the thing comes up, it's talking about the emergency exits and all this stuff, and, please silence your phones and all this. And then, like, it goes, like, the little overhead announcement or whatever goes even further. It's like, basically it said if a staff member sees you with your phone out, they'll kick you out of the movie at this chain, whichever one it was. And I was like, I wish we would come here all the time. It's amazing. I love that.
And see, they probably don't have people patrolling the theater the entire movie, but just that threat is enough.
Yeah, so Magic Johnson's chain puts you on a blacklist for life if you do that shit.
Well, I think everyone that goes to Magic Johnson's chain is on a blacklist.
Touche.
Join us again next week for yet another Popcast Classic.
That could never air today.
It shouldn't have aired then.
No.
That could never air today.
Canceled.
Oh, you set me up, Kelly.
Ah.
Like, that story started, and I got mad all over again. Like, I was right back in it. I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, I can see his face.
But
Son of a bitch.
But you didn't feel like a high from remembering taking his phone? Because that's some cowboy shit.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
What'd you do with his phone?
I put it in a cup holder.
Okay. I was thinking about, like, you wouldn't put that in your pocket.
Dumped an entire extra large soda on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when the movie was over and the credits rolled, like, I could just feel him looking at me in my peripheral, just waiting. And so he's just like looking at, like, he wasn't gonna say anything, but I just quietly, I didn't even turn my head. I just reached down into the cup holder, picked up the phone, and extended my hand, and he quietly took it and left.
You should have been like, we're waiting until the post-credits scene, buddy.
See a post-credit scene that has no bearing whatsoever on the future of this franchise.
Was that the one where it talks about the ninjas that shot the bear with the arrow?
Sure is. The Wolverine is the movie where a bunch of ninjas flew to Alaska, shot a bear with a poison arrow so that Logan would find it, get mad at some hunters who legitimately had no idea what he was talking about, and then fly to Japan where they could trap him.
Lee, you said...
Yeah, that movie takes some real leaps, you guys.
Yep.
You talked about how listening to that made you angry all over again, and it just made me think of going to see Won't You Be My Neighbor, or whatever was the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks, and that bitch doing text-to-speech on her phone.
Oh, yeah!
I would have had a fucking stroke.
In the Mr. Rogers
would have
movie.
thrown such a fit.
Yeah, well, you know what? What a piece of shit that person is. Like, oh my god.
Didn't she storm out?
Oh, yeah, she stormed out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I finally said something. I said, I'm sorry, but you're really distracting me, or something like that. And she said, well, fine, and got up and left and never came back. $100 says that she does not like wearing masks these days.
No.
Yeah, probably
You
not.
don't say.
Yeah, the Venn diagram of people who look at their phone during a movie and don't want to wear masks is a perfect circle.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, I look at my phone at the movies, but not when there's people around.
That's
you're
the
not
difference.
a dickhead about it.
That's the
Yeah.
difference. I kind of feel bad for bitching at the dude at X-Men Apocalypse for being on his phone, because he was about 4 seats away, and that movie was a piece of shit, but still, it's the principle of the matter.
If you're by someone else in the theater, you shouldn't be on your phone. If anyone could see out of, their periphery, anything, your phone shouldn't be on your phone.
No.
If you're in the back row and there's somebody 5 rows ahead of you, be on your phone all you want.
Yeah, then you're cool.
I resent it when the lights that line the stairs are too bright.
That happens.
It
There's
does.
some theaters that are.
Remember going to the movies?
I do. I miss going to the movies.
Yeah.
Like, part of me definitely does miss going to the movies. But then I listen to that story and I'm like, yeah, there's 25 minutes of bullshit. I'm like, that doesn't happen at home. Like, when I want to watch a fucking movie, I just get to hit it. And, like, worst case scenario, it's on HBO Max. And they're like, hey, you want to see a commercial for something that's also on HBO Max? And I'm like, not really, but it's only 30 seconds, so I guess.
Yep. And you could pause it if you need to.
Yep. Simpler times.
Well, hopefully all those dumb shits that talk on their phones during movies are dying of corona, so.
Oh, man, that'd be the best.
That'd be nice.
I don't want to be like the eugenics guy. But, man.
Go on.
Oh, that's your new YouTube channel, the Eugenics Guy.
But, man, Thanos is right.
I bet you could trick Jose into watching some videos from the eugenics guy.
Let's not, please. He doesn't need any help.
Coming in with a radically different worldview. All right, on the topic of missing movies, let's go on this top 6.
Of course it's not going to play right when I click on it.
I'm about to say.
Top 6.
But you could hear
I still
that.
like 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only thing that we are left to decide is that XSplit, little racist.
Little bit. Doesn't want us to promote black excellence there, XSplit. Someone pull up XSplit's Instagram. Did they post a black picture on Blackout Tuesday? We need to look into this.
Maybe. We're gonna Illuminati. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. It's
Oh
gonna happen.
shit! I fucking made an Illuminati sounder too that I haven't been able to use.
That's fucking
Where
great.
the fuck is it? Oh, here it is. So that's for when Jose ever starts talking conspiracy theories.
That's great. All right, it's the top 6 this week. Boy, I'm looking over my list. I was in a real upswing of depression when I wrote this list the other day. Holy shit!
Oh no!
Hell yeah, let's get sad.
Yeah, well, it's not sad. It's just a little bitter. Like, boy, I've got a mild to moderate kind of, cycling depression anyway, and this whole situation not making things any better at all. So mine's an angry set of bullet points more than anything.
Oh,
so I can flesh these out. And number 6 just says fucking movies because boy, am I missed one of the movies. Cause yeah, movies are great, man. The summer movies are even better because there's stuff for you. There's stuff for the whole fucking family, man. Summer movies are the best, and don't know that we'll ever see them again.
They're just gonna keep postponing movies a month at a time for the rest of our lives.
At this point, anything that was supposed to come out this year, they should just stagger the releases on home video, man. Like, make them all VOD. There's no reason not to. They're making money, man. That fucking Trolls movie made more than the first one did, in the theater. Like, it's just fucking do that.
I get them holding out hope for the big tent poles, but there is no reason you need to keep changing the release date for New Mutants, guys.
Yeah, just put it out.
Like, I will pay money. I'll pay money to VOD that thing, but you would probably also be fine to just put that shit on Hulu and call it a day.
Right.
Like, call it a Hulu original and move on with your lives. My God. And the chick that played Arya Stark is gonna be like, she's like 33 now.
So true.
Make any sense. Let's see. The next one says, leaving my house and not feeling utter disdain for 95% of the general public for being master fuck faces.
I mean, that's not an exclusive summer thing.
Nah, but thinking about this not being summer, not being able to do that, that's a real bummer. Not having that.
I picture Lee
around a lot describing people not wearing masks.
Imagine Lee in the summer of 2019 not wearing a mask, walking outside in the middle of the summer, and he's just got Good Vibrations playing in his head.
He's whistling.
Yep.
He's taking a walk down one of those old original Mickey Mouse cartoons where he's got all rubber hosey.
Yeah, all the lampposts are also dancing and they're bending.
Everyone's smiling.
Birds are singing around him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, it's too fucking hot. I need to get inside.
Yeah. The next one I got here, number 4, sending my kids to go someplace else.
Yeah.
I love my kids, but they've been around for a minute, you guys. And it's getting a little bit tiring.
They're really pushing reopening schools in the fall because they're like, kids aren't getting it. Kids aren't, passing it to each other. It's fine.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. 100%. The other day they were talking about, maybe they might do like 2 days of in class and 3 days of homeschool. I'm like, what? So I gotta am I gonna get those 3 days off of work? Fuck you! I cannot homeschool.
There's no point to
freshman?
that. No, you go all or nothing.
Shit, send them to school for 7 days.
Yeah.
Let us all catch up.
Well, next I got going somewhere with my kids, literally anywhere, because like I haven't taken my kids to the fucking store in 4 months because they're crazy as I am now. And then the next one is even more exciting: going somewhere without my kids. Boy, I love a kid-free vacation, which I was just robbed of a few weeks ago.
R.I.P. Vegas.
Still a little fresh, in case you can't tell. Be real nice. And we're talking about we were gonna take our daughter, since she's turning 13. We're gonna take her to New York in October. That's not happening anymore for obvious fucking reasons. And so the other day, Nicole was like, "Oh, we're gonna take that time off of your PTO calendar." I'm like, "No, fuck that. We'll go somewhere, just the two of us." She was like, "There's nowhere to go," and I'm like, "Fuck, you're right." It was a real roller coaster of emotions.
Look,
and then
you can always go fuck in a forest.
You can always go fucking. Oh god, that sounds so itchy. Everything about that sounds horrible. And then number one, and something I think we can all appreciate, and this is something that the Garbage Fire 2020 has not stolen from me, and goddamn it, will not steal from me. Just having air conditioning.
Yeah.
Like, you go outside, even if it's just like, even if it's just from the car into the house, but especially if you've been outside fucking around outside, you gotta work on something, you're cleaning the garage, you're just sweating balls and just everything sucks. And then you open the door, and then as if it were a physical wall of relief and pleasure just washes across your body as the affront to God that is central air washes across you. Like, yeah, this is why, even though it feels like it's a terrible time to be alive, it's a better time to be alive than any other time anyone's ever been alive before.
Mm-hmm. As recently as like the 80s. When...
Yeah. No, because they used to give birth in ditches, die at 41, and they didn't have this. This is the fucking greatest.
Yeah, at some point last week, it was 97 degrees outside, but the weather app says it feels like 104. And I didn't quite appreciate how good our air conditioning is at the new house when I saw that, and I just said to her, thinking about the old condo and being like, it would be 89 degrees in that condo right now, and the AC would be running nonstop.
Working perfectly fine.
You gotta turn the lights off.
Now I leave all the lights on. I don't give a fuck.
It's 89 degrees in here. I don't know what to tell you. It's working like it's supposed to.
Look at all those lights. 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree.
Oh, Marvin.
Melvin!
Melvin. Good old Melvin. Lovable Melvin.
It's your cousin, Melvin Berry.
Marvin is his middle name.
Melvin Marvin.
Melvin Marvin. Melvin Marvin Mulligan. Oh, stupid. What do we got on Discord, Nice?
All right, we got Ben starting out. Number 6. Fishing trips with my dad and brother. We'd get up at some ungodly hour, no thanks. Drive out to a lake in the middle of nowhere and just chill in a boat all day. Sometimes we'd even catch some fish. I think about these trips a lot since my dad passed away.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I did fishing a couple times. Not for me.
I fished once in Cub Scouts, and I caught a fish, and I was like, no, I don't want to touch it. Someone take it off there and throw it in the water for me. So they did. And then I tried... What?
You're either a fishing person or you're not.
Yeah.
Bottom line. Like,
well, and then I almost caught
middle
another
ground.
fish, and it was a giant fucking catfish head coming out of the water at me, and it just ripped broke the line and ran off.
It hissed at you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a young Kelly handling that moment well.
No, it was scary.
I can't imagine a present day Kelly handling that moment well.
No, it would be scary.
Number 5.
I want some fish.
Number 5 is summer movies. I vividly remember the summer of '89 when we saw Batman and Ghostbusters 2, and I had to apologize to everyone after No Holds Barred.
That's awesome.
Number 4, summer concerts. Nothing like listening to great live music while baking in the sun. Shout out to the 2 Lollapaloozas I attended. Number 3, beach trips. Nothing like coming home beet red and smelling of seaweed and fish. This is a list of your favorite summer fun times here, Ben. You're really selling it. You're really selling it.
More than a good old sunstroke.
Yeah. Number 2, family cookouts. I love having to turn the other cheek when my racist relatives say horrible things. No, he didn't actually say that. Family cookouts. The smell of charcoal brings back so many memories. And number 1, the first summer I spent with my wife. We got together in early May and got married in late July. It was truly a summer of love. What?
That's fucking precious, Ben. Love that shit. That's lovely.
2 months.
No, I don't think he means they got together in May and then got married that July.
I don't know.
It sounds like it.
It was
For real?
He says it was truly a summer of love.
Ben, did you marry your wife after 2 months, Ben?
We gotta talk about this, Ben.
2 months?
Hey, let's say he did. That shit worked out. They're together this day.
2 months?
Hey, man, when you know, you know.
Listen, if you're out there, if you're listening, and you're 1 month into a relationship, I just want you to just think about that.
Yeah.
Mary,
think about how good.
Not
Ben got it.
everybody's a Ben.
Mary at least waited 4 months before she moved in.
Take a good hard look at yourself and be like, am I Ben?
I got married.
Will I
when was-
continue to be this adorable to my future wife, or will she tire of me? Because you probably not, Ben.
When we got married, I was 18 and my wife was 20. And about 7 or 8 years into our marriage, we were told on multiple occasions by different family members at different times, yeah, we didn't think you guys are going to work out.
Yeah.
And we're like, you know what? Fuck you. You've been married twice. We're doing great. So, yeah. All right. Shark writes in. He says, number 6, Kings Island. We would get season passes, then spend the summer riding the beast, trying to pick up girls or playing video games.
AKA trying to get them girls to ride the beast, am I right?
Yeah. Different memories now with bringing up my own kids to the park.
High fiving everyone.
Just as long as it's consensual.
Yep.
Number 5, working the Boy Scout summer camp as a lake lifeguard. That also sounds terrible. I'm not a summer kid, you guys.
No. You're not an outdoors kid. You're not a summer kid.
No. I would teach rowing and canoeing. We had Christmas lights and Jimmy Buffett music playing all summer long. Only worked 1 season, but did summer camp every year from 12 to 18. Holy shit.
The thing that is amazing about that is if you told me that I had to go to a camp surrounded by Christmas lights, Jimmy Buffett music, and teach rowing and canoeing, I would be like, did I break the law?
Yeah.
Am I in jail?
Is this my version of the Shia LaBeouf film Holes?
Yeah,
Did I get arrested for drunk driving and now I have to coach the Mighty Ducks?
right.
Oh, number 4, the yearly family vacation. Get the car packed and have a brand new Lego or Connect set to build in the back seat. Drive till sunset and get a hotel, and then continue on the next day to a beach or Disney or anywhere.
Whoa. Who's building a Lego set in the back seat?
I've never heard of that, but that's pretty rad.
That doesn't
like a car or something, not like a big one.
Yeah, like a Happy Meal Lego set. But you're not building
You're
no
not building a
Millennium
Falcon back there.
Yeah, you're not building no Millennium Falcon.
There's certain Lego sets I think you could put together in the back of a car with no issue.
Yeah, not the small ones, but like the small medium size ones.
Yeah, like this is like a camper truck or some shit. You can buy one of those for sure.
Yeah.
We got so many Lego sets to build when we get our dining room set.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Number 3, Reds games. We still go to the ballpark. Pack a backpack of food and water, get to the park for batting practice, and try to snag a ball or an autograph. Stay late and grab some Skyline or UDF ice cream on the way home. That also sounds terrible.
I've been to the Cincinnati Reds ballpark. I was in Cincinnati for work one time. Well, technically, I was just over the bridge in Covington. And on the day of the game, now remember, I'm from up here. I'm closest to the Red Sox, where if you want to go see the Red Sox and not have to pay like scalper prices, you have to buy your tickets in like February. And so on the day of the game, I was like, hey, do you think we could get into the Reds game? And they were like, yeah. And for $25, I was like 3 rows behind home plate. And I was like, I've never seen anything like this. Like $25 wouldn't get me I'd be able to stand behind a pole in Fenway.
Yeah. And, just for $100, you can get front row and you can be the mayor for the day.
Yeah. For $100, you can play for the Reds.
Yeah.
That's great. Number 2, as a teenager, we didn't really have any party houses, but we would meet in the parking lot where one of our friends worked. We'd stay there till midnight when the cops would tell us to leave. Then we'd head over to another parking lot. See, that, of all the things you've said, I identify with that the most.
Yeah. We've all hung out in parking lots in our day and age.
Yep.
And
we would often lay claim to a laundromat at odd hours and really fuck up everyone's day. Although no one's ever there. No, the time we were there, it was just us.
And talk about the definition of white privilege, where you could be hanging out in a parking lot and the cops come and tell you to leave, not come and try and beat you with their batons.
Yep.
Just nicely, politely ask you to go home.
Did you guys see that video where the riot police descended upon the violin concert?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, look how terrifying they were.
That was super
Just
cool.
standing around playing the violins.
Yeah, but then those cops, it was a good line of them. And then they made their way into the crowd, and then you're looking at this crowd, and you're like, we could take these cops, man. We could. Not me. Because I'm not going to be there, but you guys could take these cops.
Yeah.
We are the cops now.
Not wrong.
Right? Just strip them down to their underwear, hog tie them.
Make them walk back and think about what they did.
Yep.
Awesome. Just like I saw the other video, there's a good batch of good apples. Just accosting a man, asking him for his ID, investigating some suspicious behavior. The one cop gets his ID, and while the guy's like, hey, what's this about? Another cop comes up from behind him, sucker punches him and throws him to the ground, breaking his wrist, and they cuff him. And a third cop comes up and is like, hey, this is the wrong guy.
Yeah. Yeah, saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that one. Did you see the one where they did that? They were harassing like an FBI agent or something. Like they're asking him for his ID and giving him all this trouble, and he's just like, "Get your boss, because when I get you my ID, oh boy, are you gonna feel dumb."
Yeah, but
I missed this one.
Oh, it's amazing.
That one is old. That's a few weeks old. But you're FBI, but you're still a fucking cop, so. You earned it.
Like an executive cop. Anyway, number 1, Shark's List. Working at General Custer's Last Stand Golf and Gulp.
No, that's not real. That's something from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
A mini golf / ice cream shop. Worked there for 5 summers, from sitting under a yellow dull bulb at night to talking to the girls who worked in the ice cream shop. We would try to drive golf balls into the street, spend time on the pinball machines, or even doing mandatory summer reading at the job. Got paid poorly, but it was grand. That is a picturesque experience, Shark. That's like a fucking 80s movie come to life. Look at you.
Yeah, it sounds like Caddyshack. He's talking about we would drive golf balls into the street, and I'm like, man, Shark was kind of a fucking hellraiser back in the day. And then he's like, or even do mandatory summer reading.
I was also a lake lifeguard at summer camp. Yeah, calm down. Maybe he's not one thing. That's good. A little variety is good. What you got, Nice?
All right. I have a very special shout out just to summer vacation when you're in school. When we moved down to Florida, which was 92, I was in 5th grade going into 6th grade. My mom had been home, my entire life up until then, but we moved to Florida and she got a job. So this was my first taste of independence, being home alone all summer. And you can set your own schedule. You can do your own thing. Fucking watch Price is Right. Make whatever crappy frozen food is in the freezer. There was one summer, the summer that Wayne's World came out on VHS. I watched Wayne's World every day of that summer like it was my job. But it's only a shout out because summer vacation always has that dread at the end of it of going back to school. So that's why it doesn't make my main list. My number 6 is the NBA playoffs, another thing that's not happening right now. Starts in May-ish and probably usually ends mid to late June. All those years of the Bulls, the whole Bulls run, and the couple years that the Magic actually made it to the playoffs. And now I watch most every year just because of the quality of the basketball that they're playing. So that's a big one. And it's also a good one because it's inside. You can stay inside in the air conditioning and just watch basketball. Number 5, Jose likes to consider this the Attitude Era, but Pop Goes the Fourth was something else. That whole adventure of us getting there, the Axel Foley detour, all descending on the Hibbard's house, and man,
that was a fucking great time.
There was so much fucking and sucking going on at Pop Goes the Fourth.
One of my favorite memories of that weekend was we're outside, and I think Mary and Caitlin were lightsaber jousting on roller skates.
Yes.
Yep. And then Nice just goes, "We should just make this our lives."
Kind of did.
Yeah, he did it.
Kind of did. My number 4 is my grandma and grandpa's pool. We lived in, a suburb of Chicago in Naperville, but they had a pool as long as I was alive, and it was fucking dope. And because it was Illinois, you couldn't swim during the winter like you can down here, so it was a big deal when they would open the pool. And they had a cool ass diving board. It's pretty much where I learned to swim, and then we'd just have family parties there all the time. It was pretty dope. I do believe one of my cousins ended up at the bottom of the pool turning blue at one point, but I don't remember. I don't remember that personally. Like, I've been told that story before. Blue and not breathing. Number 3.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Number 3, I'm going to echo something Ben said, and it's concerts, because summer used to be the jam for getting concerts and concert tickets. A lot of outdoor festivals, which aren't my favorite, especially in July in Florida, but that's usually when you can get the best bang for your buck. Like, I got severe sunburn at Ozfest 2001 and then ended up in the pit for Slipknot, and that was uncomfortable.
You think about like being outside of the festival, like a rock festival in particular, and then think about what the type of shit you were wearing at that time. Like, how did we not just die?
Yeah.
So fucking hot.
Like, there was one year where they brought back Lollapalooza where I followed Lollapalooza. I went and visited my buddy Justin in Virginia, saw Lollapalooza there, came home, and then went to West Palm Beach and saw Lollapalooza. And then Queens of the Stone Age, which was one of the bands on Lollapalooza, did a Hard Rock Live show here in Orlando. So I was like a Fish or a Grateful Dead guy just for summer, festival types. And then there was Metallica did Summer Sanitarium here, and it was Metallica, Deftones, I think Limp Bizkit, Mudvayne, a couple more. Oh, Linkin Park was one of them, and it was fucking hot, man, because it's Orlando and it's the middle of summer, and there's no shade. So I went to get all of us waters, the group of us, and they wouldn't sell you bottles of water because they think you're going to chuck it at the stage. So I had 4 plastic cups filled with water, and I had to walk from the back of, the general admission area back to the front, and all those cups had like an inch of water left in them by the time I got back to the front. My number 2.
You just gotta put your fingers in them at that point. Be like, sorry.
Yeah. My number 2 is FriendCon, which is a relatively new summer tradition that also is not happening this year, because that is a real fun time. We've talked about it. We don't want to make you guys jealous, but man, what a good time.
It's pretty great.
It's awesome. One of my favorite things is, besides nailing kids with water balloons, is seeing the kids grow from year to year, because it's wild, man. It's wild seeing these kids sprout into little adults. And then my number 1, it's a little selfish, but my birthday's in the summer, so when school would get out, I knew it was just a few weeks until my birthday. I knew I had presents coming, probably a party, and usually we'd do one of the big summer movies for my birthday, whether it was Batman or Roger Rabbit or Dick Tracy or Men in Black. I always associate those movies with some really good times. One of my best birthdays was the year Batman came out, and all my friends got me the Toy Biz Batman figures for my birthday, so that was pretty dope.
Aww. And when's your birthday, Liz?
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought I had it right, but me and Lisa Mahoney, our birthday is 1 day's difference, and I've been on top of fucking birthdays this past year, you guys. You know it.
You have.
And I had Lisa Mahoney's birthday in my calendar as June 28th, and fucking like bright and early. Was it Sunday morning? Bright and early, I post in our little message thread. I post a GIF of "Happy Birthday, Lisa" from The Simpsons, and Mahoney's like, "Nope, nope, 2 days too early."
Yeah, like not the day before; it's the day after. But I appreciate the effort.
So yeah,
so that's what that was.
That's what that was.
When we both deleted our messages, and you are all like, "What the fuck was that?"
Don't be
like,
suspicious.
Don't worry about it.
Don't be suspicious.
Yeah.
And Lisa Mahoney actually shares a birthday with Mahoney's favorite wrestler, Cody.
Yep.
Yeah. Cody Wrestleman.
Yep.
Go figure.
But yeah, air conditioning's great too. I didn't even think about that.
Fucking best. The best. What's on Discord, Kelly?
Hold on. Let me bring it up. All right, J-Pop. Number 6, going to the movies for summer blockbusters.
God, I miss movies.
Number 5, hanging out with my friends to the wee hours of the morning. I don't know why I suddenly almost had like a Scottish accent there for a second.
To the wee hours of the morning.
Wee hours of the morning.
Hey, the wee hours of the morning.
Is that your Irish?
No.
God, I don't know what that accent
I don't know
is.
what that was.
Kelly malfunctioned there for a minute.
Was one of the various characters from Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
that was like Pennsylvania Dutch. The wee hours of the morning.
Number 4, family cookouts. Number 3, playing basketball at the neighborhood kids / going to baseball games. Sorry, it was baseball, not basketball. Number 2, going on family vacation to the family cabins in Wisconsin. Both sets of grandparents owned cabins in the north woods of Wisconsin, a couple miles apart, where we would swim, dirt bike, explore the woods, and number 1, fishing.
That's some real white people shit.
Both my grandpas were avid fishermen, so we would spend hours on the boat or on the pier. One of them caught a 48-inch muskie off the pier where we would dangle our feet. It is really relaxing just sitting there taking in nature, getting some sun.
I don't want to stick my feet down by a 48-inch muskie.
Muskies are weird-looking fish, too.
I don't know what a muskie is.
Look it up. They're weird.
I'm not gonna.
Do it. Do
No.
it.
No,
Do it.
Mahoney does not like weird animals, just like that.
Look at the fish.
That dog
I barely
face.
like regular animals.
Look at the fish.
No.
You
Do
guys, you guys saw that dog face bat that Mahoney loves, right?
Oh, the fucking bats! Did you see? There's a 6-foot bat.
Yeah, that thing
in the
is crazy.
Philippines.
It just looked like a person.
Yeah,
I saw one of
It
those
does
in
look
the zoo,
like
and
a
it's fucking terrifying.
I like
it's too fucking big. Too big.
I like that J-Pop brought up going on family vacation in Wisconsin, and that reminded me of Wisconsin Dells, and that reminded me of the story. Was it Kelly that you dropped about the strip club in Wisconsin Dells?
Oh yeah, buddy went to. I don't think it was around. I don't know if it was the Dells. It was somewhere not in Milwaukee. But he once went to a strip club and a woman had him insert $1 bill into her vagina.
Well, I was specifically talking about the one that was in the news recently because I think they all got COVID or some shit.
Yeah, it might be that one.
What was the name of it?
Chubby Chasin'.
Chubby Chasin'.
Chubby Chasin'.
Went to a strip club in southern Wisconsin one time that had the door was just like a piece of wood on hinges.
Oh,
like
no.
it wasn't even like a real door.
Oh no! You better be wearing 3 pairs of sweatpants.
Yeah, it was a lot of C-section scars in that strip club. Honest work, god damn it. Honest work.
Big-titted MILF with C-section scar gets caught stealing from Walmart. She'll do anything not to go to jail.
Mahoney, look at the fish.
I don't want to look at the fucking fish.
Look at the fish.
That's a
It's
real.
not actually that
disgusting.
weird. It's not
Everything
that
in the
weird.
water is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
God damn.
Is that a
See,
Blue
I
Lives
was
Matter
telling,
hat?
like-
Or I think that's a Blue Lives Matter hat.
Oh no, is it?
I think so. Did you guys see the?
Oh yeah, it is.
Did you guys see the headline today that Walmart said they're going to stop selling All Lives Matter merchandise?
Good.
I didn't know
They have all lives matter
I
merchandise.
didn't know they did that.
That was my reaction. Like, you guys have been selling All Lives Matter merchandise?
I would
That's
probably
fucked.
just pull it from the shelves and not tell anybody.
Yeah.
What?
Because up until right now, there are people that didn't know that was a problem.
Yeah.
Now they know.
Yikes.
They're like, all right, we'll stop having children as slaves. Okay. Whatever you
Wait,
say,
what? You have
Walmart.
children as slaves? We said we stopped. Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't that be the most ironic thing? Is some child slave in an Eastern sweatshop just stitching together All Lives Matter T-shirts?
Well, who else is going to do it?
Exactly.
Has to. Letter writes in. This is number 1. No school. Self-explanatory. Number 2, King Shark. King's Island. Like
Number 2, King Shark.
King Shark. Number 2.
I only like them in the summer, though. Fuck them in the winter.
King Shark is my shit. 2, King's Island. Like Shark, I would get a season pass and hang out there for the day. Tuesdays were great since the park was basically empty and there were no lines anywhere. Number 3, the pool. When we lived in Illinois, I was there every day from open to close.
And I'd pretend I was King Shark.
Number 4, no snow or cold. I hate the cold with a passion. Having to work in it has definitely made me bitter.
Well, damn, Vetter,
Number
move
5.
out of Illinois. Fuck.
Get the fuck out of there, man. Number 5, camp. It was only a week long, but we made every second count. And number 6, barbecues. Yeah, you can grill out all year round, but it was always seems nicer in the summer. Lazy day outside around the patio. Fucking grilling's work. Ain't lazy at all.
Especially in the summer.
I like grilling, but man, it is not lazy at all.
Yeah, nothing like soaking down to your underwear trying to cook hot dogs for ungrateful family members.
Oh.
The grill that we just bought last year has like a built-on like bottle opener thing, and I'm like, this is a leisure item on a non-leisure item. Get the fuck out
Well,
of here.
I mean, you got to have some sort of bottled beverage while you're grilling.
Like go inside where it's air conditioned between flips. Now, what you got, Mahoney?
All right. For my number 6, I have summer movies because movies in the summer are next level.
Yeah.
Like, you go see a movie in February, whatever, it's fine. But you go see a movie in the summer, like, even when it sucks, most summer movies suck. but even when it sucks, it's great because it's the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, love
Not
them
wrong.
in the summer.
Getting Even with Dad, starring Ted Danson and Macaulay Culkin.
Was that a summer movie?
Oh, you better believe it.
That doesn't even sound real.
It's real.
Yeah, is that a real movie?
It's real. It's Ted Danson is a reformed crook, and he's got a son that he never knew about, and they spend time together. And Ted Danson is planning like one last score, and Macaulay Culkin's like, "No, Dad, I'm gonna get even with you, Dad." And then
That's not real.
There's no way that's a real movie. You just made that up.
1994, Getting Even with Dad.
Holy shit. All right. If we're done being lied to, what's your next on your list, Mahoney?
Burgers and hot dogs and other grill food. Because grill food
That's my
is
favorite Christmas song.
the shit. It's wonderful. There's like, you wait all winter for summer to roll around so that you can go outside and grill, and it's great. It's always sad, like when it hits, October, November, and you're like, I think it's a little too cold to go outside and cook on the grill.
I mean, but it's fire though.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, you can do it, but it's not the same. Like,
Yeah, fucked up your whole
grill
vibe.
doesn't stay as hot. Like, it just doesn't work as well. It can happen. It's not the same. Summer vacation TV. Summer vacation TV is amazing. Particularly Wings.
Yeah,
also, Perfect Strangers and The Monkees.
Was it
3 all-time classic summer vacation shows?
I think TNT ran syndicated episodes of Wings like at 10 in the morning on weekdays. And then
I was like the summer
it was
because
USA that I remember it on.
oh yeah, that makes more sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just like to remember Nickelodeon in the summer would not do the Nick Jr. block during the summer. It's like, oh shit,
Yup.
this cartoons all the time.
Yeah. Disney does that still. They don't do Disney Junior in the mornings. They just go straight Disney Channel.
Fucking Eureka's Castle.
Number
Dude,
3
no
is
one
that
believes me that Eureka's Castle existed. I'm so glad you fucking said that.
how? Who doesn't believe you?
I've mentioned that to a few people, and they're like, "You're making that shit up, like it was
please.
getting even with my dad or some shit."
Yeah, no, I even know what that one
I'm
is.
like, "Yeah, no, it's got a fucking like a Muppet dragon guy, and then it was like a little no, okay, I go, fine, guys, it's just me. Fuck you,
The Muppet Dragon guy was named Magellan.
Magellan." Yeah, no one fucking believes me, and he liked peanut butter a lot.
Well, who
Just like
doesn't?
me. Yeah.
You guys ever had that honey roasted peanut butter? Oh, that's good shit.
Yeah, it is. What's that? Whole Foods. You can like make peanut butter, and you can make like fresh honey roasted peanut butter there. If I recall.
I see Nyes
Pretty
has
great.
proof of Eureka's Castle, but he does not have proof of his made-up Ted Danson.
Well, I didn't have the camera
Oh, look
on.
at that!
Wow, look at all those fake posters you made.
How long have you been making those for?
This is Nice's longest con ever.
Look at that!
That's some good band shit.
Of course that's fake. There's no way that's real.
Yeah. You made that specifically for me and Lee.
If I was Macaulay Culkin, I would have that framed and hanging in my house.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yes, Queen.
You gotta see that picture. Click into the YouTube if you're not watching the YouTube.
Yeah, that's a tremendous poster.
Number 3, the big ass giant fried seafood platter at the place that I like to go where Nyes has been. It's the best, and I
fuck
wait
yeah.
all year to have it in the summer.
Yeah, Lisa Mahoney messaged me today, or she messaged me yesterday about my birthday, and she was like, I wish we were all eating big old plates of fried seafood right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. We'll get back there. And I was like, but you can still eat a hamburger. That's fine.
Yeah, she won't have any. Number 2, FriendCon and any of those parties that I throw in my backyard, because I do, the family comes and we do a very similar thing there, but it's great.
Yeah, and you're really upping your game this year, son.
Yeah, with my big ass pool and enormous deck that's
Holy
about the
shit.
size of my house.
Yeah.
You think you're up in your game, and you're really
Wait.
walking into the third layer of hell.
I got a robot that cleans it.
So do I. Still a pain in the dick.
No.
You got to burp him every once in a while.
Kristen shared this with us so that Mahoney doesn't have the same problems Lee had with his pool. It's a little ramp for frogs to jump out of the pool so they don't die in the filter.
I saw that, and that's just taking a big leap.
My first reaction was like, the frog's not gonna know to get out.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, the frog's like, I'm trapped. Oh wait, thank the heavens, a ramp.
That frog is looking at that ramp like, this doesn't work. What the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
Nonsense. And my number one is the annual trip that we go on to Maryland to go to the beach and just be on the beach and go to the boardwalk and all the different food and everything done. It's wonderful. Love it. Been doing it since I was like 2 years old. Probably even younger than that, but I remember it my entire life. I take my kids now. It's a wonderful time.
Braving that boardwalk now, or not fucking with it?
No, I'm not going to the boardwalk now. I'm like 50-50 on if we'll even go. Because, like, here's my thing. Like, I'm not super worried about going to a condo. Like, I go down to this place I rented. I'm driving there. So I drive down there. I stay in a place I rented. Like, I'll clean the place. I'm not worried about that. I'm not super worried about being on the beach because the beach usually isn't that crowded where we are. And, it's the beach. So I'm usually not close to anybody anyways. I'm not super worried about that. Like, I'm definitely not going to the boardwalk. I'm definitely not going into any restaurants. Like, I'll just bring food home from whatever places. Like, so I think I can make it work. But then it's like, do I want to risk getting this to try to go down there? Like, but
like a restaurant work too, man. Like, restaurants aren't fucking around. Like, they're taking pretty good care of it. But will all the fucking people that go to the restaurant to eat be? That's the real problem.
Yeah. I don't need to go to a restaurant. I have no problem getting takeout. Like, I have no issues with not eating it. Like, there's a place by me that has this giant tent in their parking lot, and I'm like, I don't want any of your restaurant food bad enough to sit in a parking lot.
It's these fucking honkies.
No, fuck out of here.
These fucking honkies want to be served. Like, that's the big issue. Is they miss being served by people who they deem lower than them.
That is a real dark way to look at it, but I don't know that you're wrong.
Yeah, no, you ain't wrong.
I think you might be onto something.
I mean, if I never eat in a restaurant again, I honestly won't be upset.
Yeah, I would be totally fine.
Like, I enjoy eating at restaurants, but not because I'm being served, because I like to, sit in a table and I like food that's not cooked by me. How about that?
Yeah, it's a good bonus.
Yeah, but like, if you get the food that's not cooked by you and just eat it at home, or worst case in your car, like, why? Why would you choose sit at a table under a tent in a parking lot?
No.
Like,
I mean,
if I can just do the same thing, but at my house, I'm gonna do it at my house.
I mean, this past week we had groceries delivered for the first time, and it was a game changer. We might not leave the house again.
That's fine. I hope that you don't. I hope that you stay home.
Yeah.
Solid list, Mahoney. Solid list. I love it.
Thanks.
What's next on Discord? Nice.
Kristen writes in, shout out to the early days of Wizard World Chicago. Yes.
Yeah.
Back in 1997, I saw an ad for the convention in Wizard Magazine, and we went on a whim, which just happens to have been on the July 4th weekend. It became a summer tradition after that until I started exhibiting.
I think that was the first one I went to, Kristen. That was my first one as well.
Yeah, I remember the 2008 one that I went to, and I met all you guys for the first time. That was right in between when Iron Man came out and Dark Knight came out. Because people were hyped for Dark Knight. But then the next year it was G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra came out that same weekend.
Oh my god, that's right.
Kristen continues, the stuff we would have done this summer includes checking out the Twin Peaks filming locations, going to Seattle and Illinois, beach day, picking fruit at the orchards, and date nights outside of our house.
What's wrong? You can still go to Seattle. What's the problem?
I mean, for a while there, Seattle was
lovely this time of year. What are you talking about?
Seattle was a hotspot for COVID and was also a hotspot for police riots.
I don't think that's true. I think it's fine.
Lee.
I think you're ill-informed. Don't go to Seattle, Kristen.
Oh,
she won't.
Such a hellscape right now. It is such a hellscape in Seattle.
Just stay in your house.
I originally read date nights outside of our house as just meaning that Kristen and I don't know if she wants
no names. No names.
Yeah, Kristen and No Name would just like go sit outside, like just like in like the front yard, and be like, it's so nice out here.
Oh,
like
nice
share a
little,
drink.
little candle.
And I was like, oh no, they just mean leaving the house.
Yeah.
That's.
She continues, Girl Scout camp. It's memorable for how miserable it was. Hot, humid Chicago summers in the woods with tents, latrines, and preteen teenage girls is not a great mix. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah,
I feel like preteen teenage Kristen had about as much fun at Girl Scout camp as adult ass Lee would.
Yeah. Oh my god! Like I did a stay over camp once in 5th grade. Like it was part of school, and I think we only stayed overnight one night, maybe 2, and it sucked. I did not enjoy it.
Nah, man, it's not for me.
That's how you get sexually assaulted, going to camp.
It definitely helps. I feel like it sets the stage pretty well.
I'm not blaming anyone for going to camp, especially if you get sexually assaulted. I'm just saying.
No, but if you took like, let's say identical sample sizes from 2 different groups, and one of them went to camp, one of them didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But you can probably draw some conclusions.
Yeah. She continues, county fairs. These are usually in late August, early September, but I associate them with summer. I get to fully indulge in my crazy animal lady side with feeding piglets, donkeys, camels, goats, all kinds of animals. I met cows, held baby chicks, and I got to hang out with a horse. The one food item we always get, a funnel cake. In addition to the fair here, we also have an event called Pig Out in the Park. A week before the fair, all the food vendors set up shop in the park by the river, and it's one giant food fest with live music and craft vendors. I'm able to get legit Mediterranean food, and last year sampled a deep-fried Philly cheesesteak, which was out of this world. 5 swims would recommend.
Holy shit.
Great. I think the next event should be Pig Out in the Park.
Holy shit.
Apparently...
Google deep fried Philly cheesesteak. Holy shit.
Mary told me this story. I don't know where it was, but apparently somewhere they're doing the county fair, but they're doing it so you can drive up and get your fair food. Drive-through fair food during a pandemic sounds like a great idea. You know who I trust more than anyone to wash their hands during a pandemic?
Teenagers.
Carnies.
Yeah.
Right? She continues, Crepe
Park.
Park.
This looks incredible.
Yeah. Oh, the deep fried cheesesteak? Let's see.
Oh my god.
Put it on the screen.
Let's see this motherfucker. We will not continue any further until
my god.
we get to see. Oh, it's that fish still.
Show Mahoney the fish.
It looks like a fucking. It looks like a dog. Like its face looks like a dog. Its body looks like I don't even know. And that guy just looks so proud of himself, and that's honestly the worst part.
Oh shit! I almost showed someone's naked tits on the podcast. Where's this picture, Lee?
I just googled fucking deep fried cheesesteak.
Oh, I thought you were gonna send it to us.
What is that, Google?
This is how Lee sends us a link to a picture that is 25 screens long.
Oh my god, that link.
Here we go. Here's some deep fried
Ooh.
Philly cheesesteak. It looks like a giant egg roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I am not mad about. Oh, look at that!
I'm into it.
Look at that!
And that looks
What?
like a
Quick,
Cuban.
Go two more over. There's one that has like bread, like they deep fried the bread. Top row all the way to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like an Italian
Oh, it
beef
might just
kind
be
of.
batter. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
that
in.
almost looks like a muffin.
Yeah. Let's go, you guys.
Let's go.
Next time they do pig out in the park, we're all going.
I can't believe I almost showed somebody's tits on the podcast. But I guess they're public. Would you consider those public domain?
I mean, I guess, yeah. It's not like it's not like somebody sent us a picture of their tits and we all
They're certainly not cheese sticks, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, you guys all got the better picture.
Oh my
Move
God.
on. What's next? What's next?
Crepe Park. The local park growing up was baller. It's incredibly beautiful with a big waterfall, huge playground, a dedicated spot and house for ducks, a dam and bridge for scenic views, hiking trails, mini golf, a band shell for outside concerts, and best of all, the carousel. We'd have family picnics there, and I rode that carousel at least 3 times per visit at the cost of 25 cents per ride.
That does, in fact, sound like a pretty baller park.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Zoo trips. As a kid, we'd occasionally go to the Madison Zoo, but mainly we'd hit up the Brookfield Zoo. Love the Brookfield Zoo. I love getting those hot wax figurines from those machines. Those things are so cool.
Yeah, it's a good zoo.
Every summer we'd go multiple times, and it was always my favorite, even though every trip would end with a headache and a sunburn. One summer, you gotta hydrate yourself, people. You gotta get those electrical lights in you and wear a hat. Make sure you wear sunscreen. One summer, I went with 3 of my cousins, and we watched an elephant pee, which, if you've never seen it, imagine an uncapped fire hydrant. Sounds like my ass before my colonoscopy. And and take a huge shit simultaneously, apparently.
Nice.
It was really impressive. I made them all ornaments of that moment for Christmas. Wow. I hope she kept one of those ornaments for herself, because I want to see this thing.
Did I ever tell you about my zoo story about a monkey?
Go on.
I don't think so.
So one time we were looking at the monkeys, the ones with the like the red and blue faces.
Mm-hmm. Those are gibbons.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the male gibbons goes up and touches one of the girl gibbons' butts, and it runs over to like a log and sits on the log, and just its dick pops out and it starts just whacking off, and then it just comes in its hand and eats it.
Oh God!
Oh,
Beautiful story, Kelly. Thanks.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Good old Sticky.
Where that story was gonna go, but I didn't think it was gonna be there.
Sticky the Gibbon.
He's just like, time for a snack.
Delicious.
Oh my God.
And then finally, summer's outside with Oscar.
Fuck me up.
Whenever he'd hear the Ice Cream Man, which was a converted short bus that only played Christmas music, he'd get so excited. We'd share ice cream and treats. I'd blow bubbles for him to catch, and his favorite was just sitting in the grass and eventually falling asleep next to me. His birthday was in August. He'd always get a cake and a brand new stuffed animal. And then a picture of Oscar, the handsome boy. So
which she makes sure to note is a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Realizing now I didn't specify Oscar was a dog.
Yeah. It's
Oscar
not an
is not
ex. Who's
a
like
strange
the
man.
ice cream man, the ice cream man. Blow bubbles for me. I'm going to sleep.
He would get so excited he would piss himself.
I was trying to think about how fucking terrified it'd be to see a converted short bus around their neighborhood that only plays Christmas music in July.
Yeah, no, that's kind of...
That's an unwholesome memory with a very unwholesome element.
Yeah, that's
I feel like that's something you'd see in a Purge movie.
or like Rob Zombie.
Yeah. Holy shit. And what you got, Kelly?
All
I
right.
don't think you've gone yet.
I have not. All right, so my number 6 is sitting inside with the air conditioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good one.
My number 5 is watching daily morning marathons of Charmed on TNT.
There you go.
How many episodes a morning would they do?
Usually they would show it was like 3 or 4.
It's almost always 4.
Yeah, so I'd just wake up, turn on the TV, and oh, there's Charmed.
Yeah, 2 is not a marathon. 3 is a marathon, but who's going to do 3 hours? Do 4 hours. Make a nice chunky block.
I'm telling you, summer TV, like, there's nothing better than just 4 hours of Charmed with commercials.
Yeah. Imagine having the attention span for that now.
Yeah, like, it definitely hits different than binging on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but imagine if you, as a kid, had Netflix.
Oh, man.
I can't.
I think
I'd probably be in one of those chairs from
Clockwork
who's
Orange.
that little tiny robot who picks up the trash?
Wally chairs?
Wally.
Yeah. Wally.
I think we'd all be those fucking weirdos, but Mahoney would still be just as good at Fortnite.
Probably.
I'd still watch Wayne's World every day. I just wouldn't have to rewind it.
Yeah. Number 4, crying about going to soccer camp so you can stay home and watch Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know if I ever did soccer camp, but I did have baseball camp.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. God.
It was just a way to get, parents were at work, so it's like, what am I going to do with this fucking kid? Can't leave him home alone.
Yeah. Number 3, laughing at all your dork friends that are going to vacation Bible camp.
Oh, man.
What?
Vacation Bible camp.
Yep.
Yeah, we have that here.
So what's the difference between Bible camp and vacation Bible camp?
It was just a little extra word on there to get the kids potentially more excited.
Oh, because vacation is cool.
Yeah.
At vacation Bible camp, they put them all in bathing suits.
Yeah.
It's called VBS for short.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One of the ladies I work with runs VBS, and she's talking about all the plans you had for it, and I'm like, this sounds terrible.
Sounds hip and modern to me.
There's no cool kids go to VBS.
You know what they should do? They should get one of those 6-foot bats. Just one. And then have all the kids hunt it.
Oh.
I think the bat would win.
Definitely.
Probably.
But they can only hunt it with methods that Van Helsing would use.
But yeah, no, I'm not saying kill it. Like, you have to capture it and bring it back.
Oh, God. Fucking
You skin him and
7.5
wear
feet of wings just beating you about the face.
No, you kill him, you skin it, and then you're the bat.
Yes, exactly.
Like a Grant Morrison comic.
Yep. This one is very specific to my kindergarten or first grade experience. I can't remember which. But going to the museum with a friend from school and then throwing up in his family's car and never seeing him again.
Oh my God! Was it? What was it? Because you threw up that you never saw him again?
No, just never saw him again.
I gotta tell you, it was absolutely because you threw up in his car. So
no,
if
he transferred schools.
if my kids had a friend, and I brought that friend to a museum, and then that friend threw up in my car, that would be the end of that friend. I would never invite that kid anywhere else.
Years later, when I watched South Park, there's the episode with the Mormons.
Yes.
Yep.
My mom saw that episode with me, and she's like, "Oh, that's what Matthew's family was like."
Just super nice.
Yeah.
So much, in fact, that they didn't kill you for throwing up in their car.
Yeah. And then number 1, avoiding MySpace for a month so I can pretend that I didn't see an invite to a pool party. saw that just pop in my messages, and I said, no, thank you, and closed out. And then just proceeded to not go on the website for the next month because I knew it was like a 4th of July party. And I was like, all right, in a month, that'll be passed. And then I can respond, oh, man, sorry I missed it.
Oh, that's pretty next level. I did once describe my kink as canceling plans. Boy, we are living proof there is too much of a good thing. Holy shit.
You can't cancel plans if you never knew they existed.
That's right.
That's true. Very, very true.
Well, I mean, you're not going to go to your grandfather's funeral, right? So you're kind of canceling plans for that.
Got him.
No, his funeral, I think, is going to be in Chicago.
No, thank you.
I think. But even if it were like, down the block, I'd be like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, afraid not.
So wait, does he not live in Tennessee?
He does.
Why? What?
Yeah, but one of the paperwork that Dad found was where he'd bought and paid off a funeral, a plot in Chicago.
Oh,
I feel like Chicago would be like, no, we're closed.
Does he have
Chicago is going to not open that message for a month until you bury it somewhere else.
But I am not going to Chicago for a
I don't blame you.
No. Again, wouldn't go down the block. Just not happening. Fucking nuts. All right. What's Zero say on the Discord, Mahoney?
Zero says, there are not too many things that I associate with summer. A lot of the things mentioned I would do regardless of season. Because Zero, he lives in, Southern California, right?
Yeah, it's basically summer all the time. They don't have
summer
weather.
all the time. Zero's like, what are you talking about? It's always summer. Staying up late, going to the beach, spending multiple nights at friends' houses, those were the year-round things for me. The only thing that jumps out when I think summer is San Diego Comic-Con. Not the giant marketing gimmick that it is now, but back when we could take the trolley downtown, complain that the line to get in was an hour long, and then wander around the exhibit hall for the whole day. Back when it was a fun experience instead of a nightmare swarm of flesh.
Do you guys still get people asking you, like, oh, do you ever want to go to Comic-Con? And then you go, fucking no. And they always just look befuddled.
Yeah, no way.
What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to go to Comic-Con anymore? You know what Comic-Con is, right?
I don't ever want to go back to a con,
I know
ever.
people who live in San Diego, and they do the same thing. Like, yeah, I know people that live in San Diego that make it a point to go every year. I'm like, you guys are fucking maniacs. Like, you should come out. No. I should definitely not come out. No, fuck no.
Yeah, no. I don't want to stand in line that bad.
No. It's fucking this line con. Take us home, guys. What's on the Discord?
Oh, man.
I wish Jose was here. He would like this one.
Eric Magnus checks in as Flex Luther Vandross on the Discord. Let's see here. Number 6. Going to Freedom Park as a kid during the summer. I was a master at foosball. I was a good swimmer as long as I was underwater, and depending on what movies was playing, they would rent out the movie theater. I remember watching The Karate Kid 2, Firefox, and E.T.
Foosball is one of those things that when people are good at it, it blows my fucking mind.
Yeah,
like,
how
do you have the discipline to get good at foosball?
Because they had one in their basement.
I guess, yeah, it gotta be, but it's fucking crazy.
Like, how do you become good at ping pong? You have one in your basement.
That's another one that's crazy.
Yeah. He continues. My second summer in Japan. That's when I got wild. I was dating 5 women at the time during that summer and had the time of my life. 5 women!
Oh God.
5!
Fucking no.
I haven't dated 5 women in my life.
Oh.
In my entire life. Number 4, every visit to Singapore, especially in 2010, when after I checked out of my hotel room
I have no idea.
Was varying money for a cab back to the ship, and this Malaysian woman waiting for the bus stares me down, started telling me how much she's always wanted to fuck a black guy, and told me if I got a room, she'd come with me.
Well, you know what? Stars aligned on that one.
Number 3, every trip to the Philippines, because he would make best friends with 6-foot baths. Number 2, motherfucking Thailand, because of the soapies and going from bar to bar with Cialis, Cockstar, and Red Bull in my system.
Right.
Soapies is one of the greatest things that's ever come out of this podcast that we do.
Refresh our memories what soapies are for new folks.
Soapies, wasn't it like a full body nude massage where they get all soaped up and slide all over you?
I just looked it up. It says it starts with a bath, then a massage, and then
more.
they end it. Yeah.
Right.
It's like Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah. Then you get to the beyond.
Yeah.
And then
Bath massage beyond.
Number 1, not having to go to school. Fuck that shit. Honorable mention goes to my first trip to Australia, and me and some white guy I didn't know that well because I just checked into that command. We're walking back to the ship, and this car with 2 women drove up to us and said they've always wanted to kiss a sailor and a black guy, so I was a twofer. And they both laid one on me and drove off screaming, "Woo!" The guy I was with asked me why didn't I go with them, and all I could think was, fuck, why didn't I? He says, fuck, I forgot to mention watching soap operas in the summer. They were awesome.
Hell yeah.
So I just feel bad for his buddy because his buddy would have been a sailor as well. And he'd be like, hey, okay, bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I check at least one of those boxes.
Yeah, like I'm one of those things, and there's 2 of you. You gotta wait for the. You're just gonna wait. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I'll just. Okay. Boy, looks like they're having fun over there. I'll just be over here. Okay. Oh, there they go. There they go. Whew. Well, boy, how they're having a good time. Hey, thanks for hanging back. You could have gone with him, Why are you looking at me like that? I'm sorry. Ridiculous. Fucking a life of adventure on that Eric Magnus. I swear to God. It's fucking nonsense. Love it.
It's really remarkable.
This is fun.
I love that all those stories. And he's like, fuck, I forgot to mention soap operas.
How do you forget to mention soap operas when you're talking about soapies at your number 2? You should have been like,
Cialis.
Well, just the idea that this remarkable life experience and this and this and this and also soap operas.
And never underestimate the draw of General Hospital.
Yeah, no, it's a good time. Yeah. Mahoney, you should get into General Hospital.
I can't. I gotta watch whatever that show is on Stars.
Oh, that too. But Mahoney, just think of all the content you could watch.
I'd be done with General Hospital in a week and a
half. I accept your challenge. Now you have to do it.
Eric Magnus in the chat says they really love black guys in Australia.
Really? Huh. There's not a lot of them or something?
Probably not, Lee. Probably not a whole lot.
I don't know. Never been.
Lee's like, what's the deal with sailors in Australia? Is there not a lot of sailors either?
I know you guys got a lot of crocodiles, but what about black guys?
I don't know. All I know about, race relations in Australia is that they're generally pretty shitty to the indigenous people. That's all I really know about it. I don't know shit. All right. We got a good one for next week. Niles dropped this one on us today, and I think it's really, really fun. I like this one a lot.
Well, yeah, we were talking about it back when we did top 6 80s action movies, that at some point we're going to have to do top 6 90s action movies. And since it's just about 4th of July and, Independence Day was a huge, summer movie, 90s action movie. We've just kind of been biding our time until we got around to this. And everybody was talking about how much they love summer movies. So let's talk about some 90s action movies next week.
And I think the 80s Was it Goodwill? I think we had a lot to choose from in that one. But man, I think once you hit them '90s movies, and that's like, that's I know particularly my fucking formative years, man.
Yeah.
So there's some fucking solid picks in that one.
Yeah, like 90, 91, 92, you still got that 80s vibe and the violence, but like they go even further over the top with the sex and the drugs in those 3 years.
Yeah. Whether it made any sense whatsoever, whether it required it or not.
Yeah.
Like in the fucking early 90s, you'd be like, you're probably going to see the main guy's butt at some point. It's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. And the hottest girl is always going to get naked for a second. And that guy, he's definitely going to be doing a whole lot of cocaine by the end of the second act. Like, it's fucking my numbers.
Just looking at the list on Google of 90s action movies, you have unlocked a new summer memory for me, Nyes, of I think there was one summer where I saw basically all of these. Like, I don't know how we're even going to pick 6. The 90s has some amazing action movies.
Just 100 shout-outs.
Yeah. My list is going to look like John Michael's list of characters he liked or whatever that one was.
Yeah, I got a lot of pretty good ones just kind of chambered up. I'm very excited about it. Pretty good. Love it. All right, let's talk about comic books. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, man. Fuck.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
Every time you turn the page, you gotta wash your hands.
God damn it! There's so many good fucking good action movies in the '90s, you guys.
Yeah,
so many good. We're still riding. We still had a little bit of the Steven Seagal left. We had some good Schwarzeneggers in there. We were just getting into the Van Damme era.
Yep.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be good.
You're pretty exciting all over the place.
I'm pretty excited all over the fucking place, man. All right. Comics. Okay, so Batman 93s. One of those I kind of talked about last week was like, oh man, it should be fucking smart if like they put, recap pages in comic books since they haven't been coming out in forever. Because it took me a minute to realize what the fuck was happening in this story. But when I got there, kind of into it. Basically, all this shit that's been going on with the hired assassins, whatever, it's all just a ploy for Joker to steal all Batman's money. And that's kind of great. So now Bruce Wayne got none of the money. Joker's got all his money, and he's going to do some kind of a Joker war. It's coming up. So that's kind of fun. Art was really weird in this one, though. So some weird Joker stuff. And I think it's Guillaume March, drew it. Who's the guy that knows how to draw shit. I don't know why it looks so fucking strange.
I gotta be honest. I can't give any shits about this Joker war.
Oh, you boys gonna have yourself a nice Joker war?
I don't know what the hell's about really. For this, I'm well past the point of keeping up with what's coming out, like news and shit. I have no fucking idea. It's kind of as it comes, I see it, But I know there's some house ads for it, so I know it's a thing. But I don't know much about it.
So this Joker War event, how many rapists they got in the creative team?
Safe to say one.
I mean,
they cut Warren Ellis from the death metal one.
Good.
Why?
Yeah,
what's wrong with Warren Ellis? Something happened?
Maybe not. I don't know if that's a full-on rapist, but there's probably some fucking creeps. And then Scott LaBelle just got creep outed today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's no good. He did those Happy Death Day movies.
He sure did.
Well, he did?
Yep, that's a Scott Lobdell joint.
Really? But the stuff about Scott Lobdell, he seemed creepy, but not again, at this stage in the game, seems like a solid, 3 out of 10 on the creep scale. It's not great, but not monstrous either.
Would you say he was creepy and handsy? Creepy and handsy, or just creepy?
I think maybe just creepy. So it's again, that makes you a gentleman by today's standards. It seems if you can get it by with just making a woman feel uncomfortable, that means you're a prince. Fucking the bar is real low now, guys. Fucking crazy. What else? Okay, what else? Oh shit. Hulk 34, Immortal Hulk 34 was fucking great.
That was cool.
Yeah. Butch guys going through all the many deaths of the leader, which, you know, if you've been paying attention to all this Immortal Hulk stuff, like, yeah, why wouldn't the leader have had the same experience Banner did? So that's kind of genius. I kind of fucking love it. They even talk about like all the times when he got reverted back to regular old Sammy and what that meant for him, and I thought it was really fucking cool. I liked it a lot. Super on board with that. Power Rangers book still really good. Finally, issue number 50. Which, if you would have told me we'd have not only 50 issues of a Power Rangers comic book, but there'd be 2 ongoing concurrent series and a series of spin-offs, and I would have told you you're fucking nuts. But this has been consistently great. I like the story quite a lot. We talked a little bit about it after the final issue of Go-Go, but I would love to sit down and read this Necessary Evil stuff like in sequential order. I think it'd be really, really interesting because you have it all tied together. Very cool. I got a new cool Zord combination, which was neat. And, you know, man, fucking what comes next, man? It could be anything. I'm very excited about it. It's really, really cool. Just hope at some point start making toys with a sweet ass Omega Ranger costume, which they probably will.
Yeah, I assume they. I mean, we just got the Ranger Slayer, so
which is a damn solid figure. They're very good.
Yeah, it's a nice piece.
Yeah, very, very cool. This good stuff. I like this stuff. Love it. Love it. And then that's all I got really to talk about this week. For the most part, about covers the highlights. What you got, Kelly?
Not much. You hit pretty much the ones I was going to, so I think we're good.
Sweet.
Let's land this bird.
What you got, Nice? Anything we're talking about?
I do have a few things worth talking about, but I just saw this on Twitter. I don't know if it's real or not, but we have to discuss it.
Breaking news?
It is a... Sure, let's breaking news this thing. This just in from the PCN News Desk.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
I could not find it on the official Jersey Mike's Twitter, but Jersey Mike's is currently trending on Twitter right now, and this is the image that I keep seeing popping up.
No.
And it is a black image with the Jersey Mike's logo and then text on it, which we've seen a lot lately during this current climate. And the text underneath says, "We here at Jersey Mike's are always striving for greatness with our sandwiches, but also in our community. We have listened to the larger cultural conversation and have decided that effective tomorrow, July 1st, our famous BLT, bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich will now be known as the BLM, bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Black Lives Matter."
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
This can't be
real.
It can't be real.
Oh my God.
It's fixed, you guys. It's all good.
We did it.
Everybody go home. Get out of the streets.
Oof.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato now.
No, that can't be real. I refuse to believe that's real. I gotta hope there's someone at Jersey Mike's. By the way, the shittiest of the sandwich change, which is saying something because Subway is also on that list.
Well, and fucking what's his name that kills all the elephants? Jimmy John.
I'm sorry. What?
James John.
Jimmy John.
James John.
Jimmy John loves to murder elephants.
Yeah, that's also fucking shitty sandwiches. But there's someone at the Jersey Mike's social media team shitting their pants right now. Trying to be like, no, this is not real. This can't be real. Fuck.
They had
But you know what? It could be. Oh, it definitely could be. It's fucking numbnuts. That's outstanding.
So yeah, the only other things I got to talk about is, there was a big controversy this week because Disney is going to put Splash Mountain out to pasture because it is based on a movie that is super racist, and they're going to change it all to Princess and the Frog, which I had never sat down and watched from start to finish. So, to support our black brothers and sisters, I sat down and watched Princess and the Frog for the culture. And boy, oh boy, did I love Princess and the Frog. It was so much fun.
I like that one.
Great songs.
I legit had no idea that Splash Mountain was based on a movie.
Yes. Well,
Really?
it features characters from Song of the South, but it does not reference the racist stuff of Song of the South.
But also, like, it's super dated and shitty. Like, and so much of the stuff at Disney is like, you look at it like, how the fuck did they even do that?
Yeah.
And you go to Splash Mountain, like, oh, it's just a shitty robot. That's how they did that. It just sucks, So it was time for an overhaul anyway. And Princess and the Frog is kind of great.
Yeah,
so, like,
they could
why not do that?
They could do some real cool shit with the Dr. Facilier shadows. Like project those on the walls, and then you could do a whole bit with all the lightning bugs. I every step of the way as I'm watching Princess and the Frog, I'm like, yeah, this could be Splash Mountain, real easy. And I love Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain's one of my top 5, but I get it. Like,
yeah, you think Princess and the Frog takes place on a fucking raft,
right? And not only are you getting rid of a ride that was based on racism, but you're replacing it with a ride that features black characters prominently.
Yep.
In a positive way. So
yeah, and it's good. Like, it's not just, I kind of feel like they made it just so they could have a black princess. I do think there's a taste of that for sure.
Could be, yeah.
But it is a good movie too. I like the movie quite a lot.
Well, I mean, it was also their last hand-drawn animated movie, so it was kind of like a death rattle of an era of Disney.
Yeah.
But then, just for shits and giggles,
I like that movie.
We also watched Hunchback of Notre Dame, and that is by far the horniest Disney animated movie that they've ever made.
It is. Yeah, it's very horny.
Because the Hunchback and Frollo both really want to fuck Demi Moore.
Yeah, they really do.
And then to cap off my viewing habits for the culture this past weekend, Do the Right Thing is free to rent on Amazon Prime, and also Django Unchained continues to stream on Netflix. So
I fucking love Django.
Love seeing some honkies get their comeuppance, man. But you know what?
Which is the entire last hour of that movie.
Yeah. One of my favorite shots of Django is not where honkies are getting their comeuppance, but it's where Django is hanging by his ankles and you just see his sack. Oh, man.
No, my favorite shot in Django is right after he's like, wait, I can buy whatever I want, and they cut to him wearing this ridiculous blue suit on a horse.
The fucking Austin Powers Halloween costume.
Straight up.
I'm watching it, and Mary comes in the room, and it's the part where they're playing the Johnny Cash Ain't No Grave song, and she's like, oh man, fucking this reminds me of your Django Fett, Django Unchained video. And she's like, man, I love that video so much. And then she was like, oh, I also love it might be one of my favorite ones of your videos that you've done. And then she was like, oh, I like the Bane and Santa Claus is Coming to Town video too. That's so good. You do such good mashups. And then I was like, what'd you think about the one with all the police brutality? She said, I hated it. She says, it is technically well done. You did a good job, but I hate it. I don't want to watch it.
I could never see it again. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's great. Now, what you got, Mahoney?
I got nothing. I don't have anything going on. I didn't read any comics, and I finished Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I haven't really picked a new show, which is how I've wound up watching documentaries about British castles. So I gotta find something. I gotta figure out what my next thing is gonna be.
Hoarders.
It's not going to be Hoarders. I promise you that. It might be whatever show on Stars that I've already forgotten the name. But at least now I remember that Patrick Stewart's in it, so I can Google it. Horny Talk on Stars.
Blunt Talk
on Stars.
Spell it.
Write it down.
I'm not going to do that.
Spell it. If you spell it, it'll help you remember.
No.
Spell it.
No.
Spell it out loud.
BLUNT. TLAK. It's not going to help me remember it.
If you have trouble remembering it, just think, what would Jose say while he's sleeping?
Yeah. Pizza.
Blunt Talk.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. In that case, I think we're done.
Yeah. Sorry about your TikToks and your cameo, Mahoney.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Tune in next week. Here's what you know. I bought myself a cameo.
And boy,
And
oh boy, was it fucking worth it.
I'm sure you want to hear what I got that guy to say.
Oh my god. All right, come back next week. We're going to talk about 90s action movies. Should be a fucking riot.
We're going to get Dark-Skinned Warrior to out so many people in the comics industry.
Oh my
For
god.
$5, I was like, I'll get a cameo every week.
If you do that, you'll be his customer that's second to no one.
I was like, I'll fucking, like, do you want to just come on the show?
Right?
Like, I'll pay you $5 to just come on.
I was looking back through the past week to kind of make my notes about my week, and there was one point where Mahoney found the price for the cameo, and he's like, what time is it in Nigeria right now? How long do I have to wait for this thing?
Oh, that's great. All right. We'll talk 90s action movies next week. Fucking hopefully Jose will be back.
We'll have some Nigerian fun.
R.I.P. You can't say that. R.I.P. Jose's back. He'll be all right. Fucking wear your mask, guys. Wear your mask. And you know what? At this point, I think I'm going to say it's probably okay to accost fuck faces who are not wearing masks.
Especially if you've had a close relative die of corona. You can just scream at them.
You get a free pass.
Yeah, that's right.
So, Lee, have at it.
Yeah.
Just walking around the store going, eat shit, eat shit, eat shit. You definitely eat shit, eat shit, eat shit, eat shit. Yeah, and they'll know why. They'll know why immediately. Because that's the thing. I do like this because it's a real, like, you can look into a crowd of people and you can immediately know, like, who's an asshole.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like, immediately. Like, no questions asked. Like, yeah, and I do kind of like that because it's really leveled the playing field in that way. Bunch of assholes. Assholes. 4. Jason Nyes. Kelly Harris. My good buddy Mahoney. I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/PanelsOnPages. Love you all. Good night. Stay safe. Goodbye. You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I just want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch? Whoa.
You fucking
Google ass bitch. Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.